Dr. Modi, I'm trying to join by my laptop. So allow that.
No problems. So, a very good evening, respected everyone and dear all the honorable guests, including the chief guest for inauguration, Professor Dr. Karanjit Singh, the patrons, Mr. S.K. Sood, Dr. S.S. Modi, Dr. Ved Tandon, and Dr. Vandana Tandon, the conference organizing directors, Dr. Anil Mehta and Dr. Anudeep Arora, the chairperson of today's technical session, Professor Dr. Manvinder Singh Pahwa, the eminent keynote speakers, Professor Dhananjay Tripathi, Dr. Nicolina, and Dr. Sudhir Gaurier, and the entire team of Borderman Institute of Border Security Studies, New Delhi, Kamal Institute of Higher Education and Advanced Technology, New Delhi, and Inspira Research Association, Jaipur, and majority of participants who have joined the program. I heartily welcome you all in International Conference on Multidisciplinary Research, Security Cooperation, Artificial Intelligence, and Environmental Sustainability. First of all, I would like to invite Mr. S.K. Sood, Chairman, Borderman, and former Additional DG, Border Security Force, for opening remarks. Mr. S.K. Sood. Please unmute Mr. S.K. Sood, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, on behalf of our think tank Borderman, welcome you all to this international conference on multidisciplinary research, security cooperation, and artificial intelligence, and environmental sustainability. I'm also thankful to our co-hosts, Inspira Institutes and Kamal, Inspira's Research Association and Kamal Institute of Higher Education and Advanced Technology. I congratulate Dr. Captain Modi for the initiative taken to organize this important conference, which is extremely important for the academicians and researchers in all fields of studies. I have had occasion to go through the list of presentations, and I'm impressed by the wide range of topics that these that will be covered over the next 2 days. The topics range from education to climate change, environmental security to community health, cyber security, women's health issues, and other related issues, besides some papers on blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, etc. I'm sure that the participants will benefit immensely from the wide range of discussions that are likely to happen over the next 2 days, and the range of knowledge that will be disseminated through these papers by various research scholars who are experts in their domain. Diverse as they are, the topics, if looked at from a particular point of view, especially from the point of view of the non-traditionalist thinkers of security, they all relate to security-related issues. They all concern security in one form or the other. As I said, especially if we look at them from the point non-traditionalist thinkers of security, who say that it is not only the military threat which is the threat to security. There are several other threats which affect the humanity. Military threats mainly relate to state, whereas we should expand the scope of security to include the humans, the people. So this includes several threats. For example, threats of pandemic that we have recently witnessed which lasted for over 2 years, from 20 to 22, the COVID. And I think the point of view of nationalists is correct, because these threats cause many more casualties than the traditional threats of military warfare. Similarly, the threat to environment and climate are a major threat to human beings. We have seen them in our own backyard, while especially in Uttarakhand and Himachal, the devastation that they have caused. Then there are threats, military threats from the non-state actors, like the terrorists, like the insurgents, which we have been witnessing right from the beginning of our independence. Right from the independence onwards, 1947 onwards, we have been facing some or the other internal strife, be it Northeast, be it Punjab, be it J&K. We are witnessing it in the central part of India, the Maoist insurgency, and also the latest one in Manipur. So these are some other important, and no less the economic threat to security. See, we had the economic slowdown affect several people. Similarly, the food security. There have been several famines. In fact, even the economic security, impact of economics insecurity within India can be found from the fact that we have had to feed 80 crore people with 5 kgs rations every month. And the latest threat, especially in India, that is emerging, is the religious disharmony and threat of communalization of the society. Some of these topics are being covered in the present conference, and I'm sure the others would be covered in the future conferences as well. I've been a borderman for over 38 years. And at the borders, I've had to face various kinds of threat, which included both military threats from the interdiction by the counterpart. I would prefer to call them counterpart because we have to operate them. They become our enemies when we go into warfare. The interdiction caused by our counterparts, then non-military threats like the threat to the sanctity of the international border, threat from across the border of infiltration by militants and terrorists, threat of smuggling, threat of trans-border crimes. All these we have had to face. And I'm sure that some of these topics will be taken up by the academicians in the future conference. And this in fact is the main purpose of establishing our think tank Borderman. And we plan to carry out research in these areas as to how the borderscape works, how the border population should be integrated into the mainstream. How should the agencies operating on the border, both our own agencies and also by interacting with the agencies of counterpart, how should we synergize the safety and security, synergize and ensure security and safety of the border population. I'm sure some of the researchers would be interested in these fields. We invite them to intern at our think tank and be part of us, and let us spread awareness about our borders and how the border guarding forces operate along the border to the masses. I would end with this and wish all the best to the organizers, congratulate them on thinking of the theme for this conference. And I also wish all the best to the presenters and participants for fruitful interaction over the next 2 days. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Su, sir. Thank you so much for your fruitful remarks. And we salute you for the hard work you have done for our country. So thank you so much, Mr. Sood.
Thank you.
So looking forward, now I welcome the patron, Professor Dr. S.S. Modi, President, Inspira Research Association, former President, Indian Accounting Association, and former Head Department of ABST, University of Rajasthan, Jaipur, for the opening remarks on behalf of Inspira Research Association. Professor S.S. Modi.
Thank you, Dr. Ravikant. Good evening, dear one and all. I welcome you all, particularly the management and the team of Borderman, Institute of Border Security Studies, New Delhi, Kamal Institute of Higher Education and Advanced Technology, Delhi, Inspira Research Association-IRA, Jaipur, for jointly organizing the International Conference on Multidisciplinary Research, Security Cooperation, Artificial Intelligence, and Environmental Sustainability, going to be held on May 24th and 25th, 2024. I heartily welcome today's chief guest, my friend, Honorable Professor Dr. Karamjit Singh, founding Vice Chancellor, Jagat Guru Nanak Dev Punjab State Open University, Patiala, Punjab, and former President, Indian Accounting Association, a great academician and administrator, for inauguration of the conference. I also feel pleasure to hearty welcome of chairperson of the today's session, Professor Dr. Manvinder Singh Pahwa from Sagar, MP, and keynote speakers, Mr. Dhananjay Tripathi, Dr. Nicolina, and Mr. Sudhir Gaurier. I also welcome to all the guests, entire teams of organizing committee of Borderman, Institute of Border Security Studies, New Delhi, Kamal Institute of Higher Education and Advanced Technology, Delhi, IRA, and learned participants from all over the country and abroad to give their best and enrich their academic strength in the conference. Without them, such conferences can't be successful. The Inspira Research Association, IRA, Jaipur, is a registered leading organization of academicians, professionals, and researchers for research development and advancements established in 2011. The association regularly arranges to make available to its members 6 peer-reviewed refereed international and national journals with high impact factor and DOI of cross-ref and indexed at various prestigious international organizations, quarterly published by Inspira Publications, Jaipur, Delhi. The association IRA also regularly arrange to make available to its members number of reference books with ISBN in the fields of commerce, management, economics, public administration, technology, social science, computer science, political science, education, and IT, etc., published by Inspira Publications, Ash Sharda Global Research Publications, Reliance Global Research Foundation, and MGM Publishing House, Jaipur, Delhi. The association has been organizing national and international conferences, seminars, workshops, webinars, FDPs, etc., regularly with certain special features such as availability of complete recording of the academic programs at Inspira's YouTube channel, opportunity to publish papers in national and international journals, and in edited books with ISBN and DOI, and conference proceedings with ISBN in addition to paper presentation in the conferences, seminars, webinars, etc. I am happy to inform you that participation response to this conference also is really very, very overwhelming from all parts of the country. We have received about 70 papers for presentation in the conference. For both the days, total 12 best paper presentation awards, 6 for each day's session for the conference would be announced on tomorrow at the valedictory. The main theme of the conference is based on International Conference on Multidisciplinary Research, Security Cooperation, Artificial Intelligence, and Environmental Sustainability. To discuss upon all important issues about the main theme of the conference, there would be two technical sessions. On today, first technical session would be on multidisciplinary research in commerce, management, artificial intelligence, and security cooperation. And the second technical session on tomorrow would be on multidisciplinary research in social sciences and environmental sustainability. I hope you all would enrich and gain a lot from this international multidisciplinary conference. Thanks. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor S.S. Modi, for your blessings. So now it's time to invite our today's chief guest, a great academician and administrator, Professor Dr. Karamjit Singh, founding Vice Chancellor, Jagat Guru Nanak Dev, Punjab State Open University, Patiala, Punjab. Professor Dr. Karamjit Singh has been Professor of Finance and Strategic Management in University Business School, Punjab University, Chandigarh, with total teaching experience and research experience of 36 years. He has been Director of University Grants Commission Human Resource Development Center at Punjab University, Chandigarh for 5 years from 2013 to 2018. He has been President of Indian Accounting Association and having a network of 50 branches in India with more than 5,500 members. IA is the body of professionals consisting of chartered accountants, cost and management accountants, company secretaries, and financial experts from industry and teachers from universities and colleges from all over India. Professor Karamjit has been member board of governors under RUSA of postgraduate government colleges, Chandigarh. He has been peer team member of NAC Bangalore to assess and accredit higher educational institutions and assessed many colleges and universities. He has been awarded by Lifetime Achievement Award in the field of management and leadership on June 1st, 2022 in International Conference on Research and Innovation on Multidisciplinary Studies organized and presented by Sant Baba Bhag Singh University in collaboration with ICT Academy, PPCB, and PSCST. He has visited various countries like USA, UK, Canada, and Taiwan for various international academic assignments. So it is our pleasure and honor to invite and welcome Professor Karamjit Singh for the inaugural address. Professor Karamjit Singh, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you.
That I must congratulate Professor Ravikant to organize such a wonderful gathering of people. 2 days multidisciplinary research in commerce, management, artificial intelligence, and security cooperation. And I'm very happy to, it's a multidisciplinary collaborative venture also, because it's not only the one organization which is organizing this conference. Inspira Research Association, in collaboration with think tank Borderman, Mr. Sood was just mentioning, Kamal Institute of Higher Education and Advanced Technology, Delhi. And I could see from the brochure a galaxy of eminent scholars. Professor Manvinder Singh Pawaji is with us. 3 keynote speakers, Dr. Danjeji, Dr. Nikolani, Sunirji, and many other eminent personalities I could see. I think that this is a great effort by this Ravikant Modi ji. And I am really grateful, thankful to my brother. Just we have listened that Professor Modi, we call him Professor his father, SS Modi. He had, prior to me, he was a president of Indian Congress. We have learned so many things from him. You see that after retirement, normally people, what they do, they settle at a particular place. But Professor Modi is such type of person who is not only nurturing his own family member, but contributing to whole of the society and community. And I think that all the commerce or accounting association members, teachers and professors, they look, towards Professor Modi for guidance. And you know that publication is such a tedious type of job. He has been a chief editor of the Indian Journal of Accounting also, and many other things he has done. So I am thankful to him for recommending my name, probably because Ravi is like our son, and we just we are happy. And you're coming to the topic. See, we are talking about the multidisciplinary research. Mr. Sood, in his opening remark, he talked about that the security threat. There are, see, one is border or military sort of warfare threat is required. Other one is so many threat to humanity. You see, artificial intelligence, technology, the way it is developing, we can't stop it. We can't stop. I mean that artificial intelligence or sort of new technologies. But where our human values are going, we should be a little bit cautious about that. So, rightly pointed out that there is a threat of, environment, sustainability, and my perception is threat is towards our younger generation. That is where society is moving. When there was a pandemic, we all, thought of thinking about our health and all these things. But now, after the pandemic, again, we are to change. Anyhow, this is the matter to be discussed, to be deliberated for. India is the fifth largest, economy right now with GDP of $3.7 trillion. International Monetary Fund predicted us to be a third largest with US $5 trillion by 27-28. And then there is a prediction about $7 trillion, then becoming the second highest, the GDP. I am not going into the data and what will be the future. Future is definitely very positive. Finance Minister, when she was presenting a budget of 2024, she talked about 4 challenges. Why I am highlighting these points is that this is an academic forum. We must know that what are the different challenges which we will be confronting in near future. She mentioned four particular threat, and which is related to this very conference. Because this is a multidisciplinary research approach, right? It's a artificial intelligence also and security cooperation also. First that she talked about is about the artificial intelligence. Threat to service sector. You know, commerce and management, which you're talking about, 50% of our GDP is coming from service sector. And artificial intelligence, the way it is being, impact in making impact on economy, it is something very, very important. It's a major challenge for us. Second challenge she talked about in this, speech, that is trade-off between security, that is energy security particularly, and economic growth. The point which Mr. Sood was referring to. Because we have to trade off, right? Because we have to balance it out. Then third is impact of global development. Because India can't live in isolation. Whatever is happening in Ukraine, whatever is happening in America or Canada and whatever is there, that is having an impact on Indian economy also. And the fourth challenge which he mentioned is availability of skilled force. You know that this conference is basically research conference. And when we talk about research, challenges we are aware. Now, how you look at the challenges, how to resolve the issues, right? That is our task. Albert Sent, he is a Hungarian, biochemist. He won the Nobel Prize in medicine in 1937. You know that he talked about research. He said that research is to see what everybody has seen. जो सभी देखते हैं वो भी मैं भी देखता हूँ. Research is to see what everybody has seen, but to think what nobody else has thought. Now challenges are before us. We are to resolve the problem. I am very happy to note that 31 such papers is a very substantial number is being presented in the first day. There are another maybe same number maybe in the second day also. So much paper. After all, what is the purpose? What is the objective? Is it to get a career advancement or promotion? Or is it to get no? Our responsibility as a teacher that we have to find solution to the problem. The challenges which our Honorable Finance Minister has raised, we have to resolve the issues, resolve the problem. To make life simple, safe, as Borderman think tank is talking about. Safety is something very, very important. And then encourage the curiosity. Nowadays, interdisciplinary concept is very important because to solve the complex problem, you are not to approach the things in one way, but we are to approach the things in multiple manner. So, in brief, my perception, my experience says that what should be done. That what is the solution? Challenges we know. Artificial intelligence is a challenge, but we have to use it in a manner which can be useful to society also. I'm just giving you for the researcher particularly 4 or 5 points which we should focus, we should think during this conference also and later on also, and make some research that what should be done. First is that my advice to all the budding researchers, one has to adopt technology. Technology is something is increasing at a very fast. Now we are talking about generative artificial intelligence. If you have to write a paper, you just give a content, object, and synopsis, and they come out with a good paper also. Now, question is that what we are required? Where machine stops, right? Our purpose is to analyze the things. How we can do that way? This is one. Now, research should be focused on 2 things. One, that we should act as a watchdog. When we talk about watchdog, it means that we should see that what is the impact of different policies, what is the impact of different things which governments comes, that any policy is there. What is the impact of that? So capturing impact is the work of the researcher. And it has to be multidisciplinary because there is no one angle by which you can approach the things. Number one is acting as a watchdog. And secondly, you need to be creative, innovative to solve the problem. This is second, that what type of research is required. Then we need to make education or discussion, sort of discussion, in whatever forum we are doing. It should, because nowadays students are not willing to come to the college, to the universities, because Google, everything you can get for the Google. So why should come to the college? Why should they come to the university? So we need to make education interesting, relevant, and practical. Unless and until useful is there, nobody is going to come here. So my take is that whether we are individual as a teacher or as an institution, we are heading the institution also, we need to expand our horizon. keep an eye on quality, and ensures relevance as far as time is concerned. So what I want to, I will not take much time, but I want to conclude this thing, that the way things are moving on, it is very, very interesting also. One example story which I want to share with the students, particularly, you see that how the things are moving. Shah Rukh Khan is an actor, and everybody knows about the Cadbury company campaign. So Cadbury, what they have done it. You see beautiful things which they are coming up with nowadays, because they have created the free ads sort of thing. Suppose voices of Shah Rukh Khan, generative artificial intelligence can be used in different direction also. I mean that marketing, the way we market things, the way we brand ourselves, our products is going to change a lot. So I will not go into detail of the Cadbury campaign, but it's very interesting that voice of with the help of GPA, a small trader can add a particular product is there in his store. We say I am staying in Patiala. In Patiala, this locality, particularly customized sort of thing is there. So when that particular shop, small traders can use that advertisement. Only advertisement is to made once. Anyhow, there is a lot many controversies are going on. In today's newspaper also, there was a controversy that how the generative artificial intelligence is misused by, I mean, voice. They have come out with the voice. So my only point is that this type of conference is very good, but at the end of the day, when we after the seminar, what we carry to our places, how can we improve ourselves, right? That is more important. With these words, I once again congratulate, I mean, that Ravikant for organizing this conference and inviting me to this very conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Karamji Singh sir, for sparing the valuable time and delivering the excellent, wonderful and informative inaugural speech, sir. Thank you so much, Professor Karamji sir, once again, sir. Thank you so much. So now I welcome the chairperson of today's technical session, Professor Dr. Manvinder Singh Pahwa. Professor Pahwa is presently working as Professor Department of Commerce, Dr. Hari Singh Gaud Vishwavidyalaya, Central University, Sagar, MP. Professor Pahwa, an alumnus of IIM Ahmedabad, is an eminent academician with a rich experience of 22 years, which is a rare blend of academia, industry, corporate consultancy, and research. Besides his graduation, post-graduation, and PhD, Professor Pahwa is a qualified company secretary and has also attained gold medal in LLM and MBA. Dr. Pahwa has delivered more than 100 special courses and faculty development programs for a number of government and private institutions, including AICTE, ICSSR, and UGC, HRDC refresher course orientation programs throughout the country. He has participated at numerous national and international conferences, chaired the sessions in India and abroad, and his 70, I think it increases now because we have this sir's old resume. So his 70 research papers are published in referred national and international journals, and around, I mean, 10 to 15 scholars have already been awarded PhD under his guidance. So it is my honor to invite and welcome Professor Dr. Manvinder Singh Pahwa for his chairperson's address. Professor Pahwa, sir. Please.
Thank you so much, Raviji. I hope I am audible there.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thanks for reading my CV over here. And this is nothing before the eminent people who are present over here as a keynote speaker. And let me just start. I have something to say, and then because I have many things to say afterwards as a chairperson. So, but I will start with a little bit of thing. Honorable, respected Ranjit Sir, Vice Chancellor of Jagat Guru Nanak Dev University, Open University of State of Punjab, respected Professor Dr. S.S. Modi Sir, who has always been mentor to many people like me. And the people, those who are present over here, Mr. Dhananjay Tripathi ji, Dr. Nicolina, and Mr. Sudhir, who will be the keynote speakers, particularly for this. And Dhananjay sir has joined South Asian University in the capacity of international affairs, I suppose. So this is, I think, our first interaction. But yes, I have heard your name before also. So, and Nicolina ji has also joined us. She is from Dubai, I suppose. Yeah. So actually, first of all, I would like to congratulate Inspira Research Association for keep on doing such type of events, which are very, very useful for the researchers, for the students, and they bring on the platform national and international people, those who can deliberate upon certain things and the outcome for which can be useful for everyone. Just now, Honorable Karamjit sir was talking about the outcome of the things. There are many conferences which happen, but this particular conference, which I have been attending since last 4 or 5 years, one or the other way, has actually concludes with some outcome, some research ideas with the students with which they enhance their practices. And today's particular session is on it is on the multidisciplinary research in commerce, management, artificial intelligence, and security cooperation. Just see the diversities of the topics which are being taken in this particular conference as such. And the trends which are recently going on, particularly in commerce and management, where we can see there is the continuous dominance of e-commerce has come up. And it has been seen, it has seen unprecedented, you can say, growth, with more businesses shifting online, and consumers are also becoming online. They are also feel happy while doing their digital shopping. And mobile commerce dominance has also increased, and mobile spending has surpassed the desktop for the first time, you can say, indicating that in 2024 will be dominated by mobile commerce. And you can say that the mobile sales will account nearly 52% of the online revenue during the 2024 holiday season one, which is now going on. If we see from the point of view of e-commerce growth, a little data I have, means there have been a lot of economic uncertainties in the recent past because of the pandemic and other things. The e-commerce spending, which has shown a growth of 7% in the initial third quarter of 2024, and which has actually reached, you can say, 301.6 billion in the first quarter itself. So it has taken the lead from the last one and has now reached this much of record-breaking thing. If we see the shift in the consumer behavior, a report by IMD also signifies some of the things which actually tells about that. You can say the pay later services, which has, or you can say the buy now and pay later services has also increased, and it has also crossed more than 25 billion spendings as recent as in April 2024 as such. So there has been a tremendous increase in tremendous, you can say, shifting from the offline to the online market, and the e-commerce has actually picked up the pace, particularly if we see the trend in commerce and management. Further, if we talk about the sustainable integration also there has been a lot of data which is there, particularly, and the another aspect which is there, which is a part of today's conference also, is the artificial intelligence. And I was just hearing Karamjit sir that there are the challenges. There are challenges everywhere, particularly in artificial intelligence. If we see, we are encountered with the challenge which are ethical in nature rather, and we have to use it responsibly. Means the AI has to be used responsibly only. Then only we will be able to, overcome the things like biasness, or you can say the transparency and accountability issues, particularly in case of AI. There are certain other issues which are data privacy and security issues are also there, which are also a part of the challenges which are being faced, besides the technical limitation, and the societal and employment impact has also been there, because the way, with the pace with which the things have changed, the developing countries are not able to pick up. And so there is a lot of job displacements, and there is an inequality rather. So from the point of view of security cooperation also, if we see it, if we merge it, if we club it from the with AI, or we can say if we come up with the cyber security, so there are issues related to the challenges which are related to cyber security and the data privacy also, which the countries also have to sit together and have to resolve certain things regarding this. So one or the other way, if we see, there are various issues in the various areas which have to be addressed. And because we have our 3 keynote speakers waiting for their chance to just, go with the things. So I will just, because my job today has not been assigned to me to speak more. Rather, I would be speaking more when the people will be present. So I will be stopping myself over here. But yes, a lot of data is there. A lot of work is to be done. And there are a lot of challenges which needs to be addressed, because when we are coming up with certain things which are new, definitely there are challenges which are faced by various aspects, various stakeholders of the society as such. So from those point of views, if we try to address the things, so the researches can be enhanced, the researches can be done in keeping in view all those things. So I will just stop over here and will hand it over to Ravi Modi ji for taking the things further. Nicolina ji is also there, and Mr. Sudhir and Mr. Dhananjay Tripathi ji is from industry, I suppose, will be able to more justify the things rather than. Thank you so much, and for providing me this opportunity to be with this particular conference, and having me over here as a chairperson of this session. Thank you so much, and seeking blessings from Professor S.S. Modi sir also. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Pava sir, for the wonderful chairperson's address, which covered all the topics of today's theme. So thank you so much, Professor Pava, as always. And now it's time for the eminent keynote speakers. So I would like to welcome our first eminent keynote speaker, Mr. Dr. Professor Dhananjay Tripathi from New Delhi. Professor Dhananjay Tripathi is Chairperson and Associate Professor Senior Grade at the Department of International Relations, South Asian University, New Delhi, India. His research interest includes regional integration process, South Asian politics, border studies, and international political economy. His recent publications are Reimagining Border Studies in South Asia in 2020 with Routledge publication, co-edited South Asia Boundaries, Borders and Beyond in 2022, and Afghanistan post 2014 Power Configuration and Evolving Trajectories in 2016 with Routledge publication. And he has authored book Development Role of European Union in South Asia in 2011 with which publication. Professor Dhananjay Tripathi has also contributed in edited volumes and published in peer-reviewed journals, including Journal of Borderland Studies, Economic and Political Weekly, International Studies, Alternatives, Eurasia Border Review, Quarterly of International Sociology, USI Journal, etc. He is also the co-editor of a special issue of the Journal of Borderland Studies on South Asia, Boundaries, Borders, and Beyond. He is also the editorial board member of prestigious international journal, Journal of Borderland Studies, Taylor and Francis. Alternatives are global, local, politicals with Sage Publications, E-Studios, Frontiers with REF, Open Access, and Big Review from University of Victoria. He is also co-applicant in the successful 21st Century Borders Partnership Grant awarded by Social Science and Humanities Research Council, Canada. He also delivered lectures at prestigious institutions like National Defense College, National Center for Good Governance, Foreign Service Institute, and National Academy of Direct Taxes, etc. His brief write-ups are published in major national newspapers, including The Hindu, Tribune Daily, Excelsior, Telangana Today, India Narratives, Prabhat Khabar, and Dainik Bhaskar. So, such a rich CV of Professor Dhananjay Tripathi, and there are many more things to say, but I think this says all. So it is our pleasure to have Mr. Dhananjay Tripathi with us as a keynote speaker. So I welcome, sir, Professor Dhananjay Tripathi.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. First of all, I must congratulate the organizers and also expressing my gratitude for giving me this opportunity to be a part of such a, such a panel where we have people who have much more experience than me on the subject. In fact, I'm the only one, I think, is an odd one out today. I'm a person from international relation, but multidisciplinary is something which we all have to deal. I have heard the chief guest of the day, Kamarjeet Singh ji, Chairperson, Manvendra Singh Babaji, and there are other keynote speakers as well. I've also heard Suji and Professor Modi. I think they all have made very pertinent point as how AI, and there is a one common thread which I have noticed in all these presentation or their intervention, that how AI has to be dealt with. And these kind of conferences give us an opportunity, means you have brought people from different sectors, from international relation, from a person who understand borders, from person who understand management, from person who is in an industry, to really think about how it is affecting all of us, and what are the issues and what are the concerns. So congratulations for organizing this kind of a conference. You have 60 papers, and that shows that there is enough interest in this subject. So without getting into much of the other technical thing, which I'm not an expert, let me come straight to what I have to say today in this conference about multidisciplinary approach, about the theme that is given to me. I think we all have entered into a next generation. So today, if I say someone that I don't know about online shopping, I don't know how to transfer money, people will regard me as someone belonging to a last generation. I'm not at all a new generation person. So these are becoming a part of our life. It is influencing our daily life, particularly the e-commerce, the way it has changed our shopping pattern. We know that the moment we see something on a travel website, it will also get reflected on our social media account, like where do you want to go, what do you want to shop, etc., etc. So that is one part of it. But as a social scientist, I will also feel that how e-commerce is, and this is what I heard the chief guest of the day, and he said that what is research? I really liked his explanation about the research. We all see it, but research is a little bit different. So the question is how this e-commerce, where it has facilitated the lot of things, where it has made our life easy, how it is also affecting the small shopkeepers. What are other kind of influences that it will have on the society? So that is particularly an issue that also require a little bit of consideration when we discuss e-commerce. I remember there was a days when, and I am a big supporter of technology, because I remember there were days when we have to go to the bank and stand in a long queue to withdraw our money. Nowadays, phone is not merely a medium of communication, but our bank is in phone. Phone is our travel agent. Phone is our way to the, a food court, a virtual food court. We enter into a virtual food court. We order whatever we want to order. So it's become really difficult to imagine a life without a phone. But when we say that we are so dependent on these mediums or these tools, the question comes like how it is also affecting a society. It is how it is affecting our daily life. Are we really becoming more and more alienated from the society? Are we becoming more and more confined to our homes? Is this kind of a lifestyle is also resulting in a health problem? So these are also a matter of concern, particularly, and one of the speakers have properly highlighted like how this is affecting the employment pattern, particularly for a country like India, which is an immense human resource. So when we talk about these kind of factors, AI, and how it has added to our life and made our life much easier, as I said, that standing in a long queue at the bank and now just using a mobile phone, it has definitely made my life easy. But at the same time, it has adding a little bit complications to our life. Also one thing, and I'm coming from an international relation, I feel that we also need to understand the impact on a national security. And somewhere I hope that with AI, with our reliance on a lot of internet, etc., cybersecurity, and I think that's a very prominent thing for all of us. Because if there is a cyber attack, you really don't have to. Today, we have entered into the world of a warfare where we have seen drones. You actually don't require a soldier to inflict any kind of damage at a far-fetched place. You just require a drone and some coordinates, and you can do it. Likewise, cyber attack. So even if you don't have to fire a single shot, and you can really destroy the economy of a country. You can complicate the life of everyone. It can hit a big hospital and can make life of patient who are on life-threatening, situation, and can stop your payment at the supermarket. It can stop even the railways. So these kind of national security issue is also becoming more and more, more and more prominent when we say that our dependence on AI is also increasing. But at the same time, these are also the factors that cannot be ignored. Secondly, not only the nation state that are using AI. Now there are non-state actors, those who are also using AI. We have seen in past how terrorist organizations are using different kind of websites, recruitment apps to bring people in from different parts of the world. They are also well networked through all these mediums. That's also matter of concern as far as we are talking about AI and how to manage AI, etc. Thirdly, very important thing is which I would like to end here, that some of the research on AI also required to look into the aspect as how AI can help a farmer. A farmer who has no knowledge about new technologies, about weathers, etc. How can we reach to the common person and can help him to improve the productivity? How AI can also help different other people of the society who are vulnerable, who have no idea about how to operate in this complicated system. So can we reach to them? Also, in a social science, it is becoming a very big question, the ethical question, that our paper might get generated from AI. So the future question is, what kind of knowledge, what kind of reform is required in an educational institute, particularly in the context of India? Are we thinking about it? I'm telling you from my own experience, our colleagues are still not very comfortable with the idea of AI, because it requires a little bit of training. It requires a little bit of reorientation. And sometimes we like to maintain a status quo for our own comfort. So a very prominent thing is, and I think one of the takeaways from today's discussion should be, as how we are going to modify our educational institutes, how we are going to bring new changes in our curriculum. And that has to start from the schools. We cannot really introduce something to a student from a university level. It has to start from the schools. So it requires, for a country like huge population like India, it requires a lot of transformation in educational institutes, starting from a school to the universities to different colleges, etc., etc. So I'd like to stop here, and definitely I'd like to listen to other keynote speakers of the day to understand as how they are looking at it. But for me, it's a generational shift. We have to be ready. We have to look at the concerns. We have to look at the advantages, and we also have to come up with the policy to reorient a lot of things from basics to top to actually match and work with this kind of new technology that is coming up and also shaping our life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dhananjay Tripathi sir. It was really wonderful speech, wonderful keynote speech, and insightful keynote address. Thank you so much. Professor Anil Mehta sir is also here, our Vice President of Inspira Research Association. Professor Mehta sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we would like to hear you also.
Just a minute, sir. Just a minute. Just a minute, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. So, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, sir, Professor Dhananjay Tripathi was the keynote speaker.
Yeah. Our patent Professor Modi, Dr. Ravikant Modi, very distinguished academicians present in this conference. Our chief guest, chairperson of the session, Professor Pava, our learned keynote speakers, and dear participants. At the outset, I welcome all the participants of this conference as Vice President of Inspira Research Association. For the last 5 years, Inspira has done a commendable work by organizing conferences, workshops, and lectures on wide variety of subjects. In fact, research scholars from almost every part of the country, young faculty members and senior persons also, have really appreciated our efforts. And in this continuity, this conference is another edition of Inspira Research Association. In this particular conference, again, as rightly pointed out, that wide variety of subjects have been kept, and the security issue has also been included, which is very, very crucial in the present day scenario. I'm really happy to note that Dr. Dhananjay and our chief guest of the program has really given insightful addresses. And I'm quite sure that the paper presenters will also be contributing significantly, as rightly pointed out that there are revolutionary changes over the last even in 6 and 7 years, and particularly e-commerce and this AI has really revolutionized not only the business, but other activities also. I'm quite sure that everyone will be immensely benefited by the deliberations of this conference, from the inaugural sessions and as well as the valedictory sessions, as well as the useful paper presenters will also be contributing significantly. So once again, welcome to you. I don't want to take much of your time, and I request Professor Ravikant Modi that every presenter should get enough time for their presentation, because they really work very hard. So he will take this point into consideration, that all the presenters will be given sufficient time. Over to Dr. Ravi Modi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Mehta sir, our Vice President, Inspira Research Association. And thank you once again, Professor Dhananjay Tripathi, for the fruitful address. Now I welcome Dr. Nicolina Lishpawa, Department Chair Management, the American University in the Emirates, University of Windsor, Dubai, our second eminent keynote speaker of today's session. Dr. Nicolina is a senior marketing professional and practice-oriented academic, currently serving as a Department Chair of Management in the College of Business Administration at the American University in the Emirates. She has over 20 years of industry and academic experience in North America, Europe, and the United Arab Emirates. Dr. Nicolina holds a PhD in marketing research, specializing in marketing research and analytics, and major international professional qualifications in marketing, chartered marketer, certified digital marketing professional, and fellow of the Chartered Institute of Marketing. Her professional experience includes consulting and management position in marketing insights and analytics, digital transformation, and evaluation and assessment. Dr. Nicolina conducted and supervised more than 100 industry research and development projects as a director of research in the market and public opinion research agencies, and as a market research consultant for different institutions and companies. Additionally, she served as a research and evaluation consultant on a number of projects supported by international organizations such as UNICEF, UNDP, and USAID. She is the author of more than 60 peer-reviewed research publications and holder of various academic and research awards. Her professional and academic interests are related to artificial intelligence applications in marketing and higher education, various aspects of digital transformation in marketing and business, human technology interaction, and applied marketing research and analytics. So once again, I welcome Dr. Nicolina Lishpawa for this session, and I invite Dr. Nicolina to deliver the keynote speech. Welcome, Dr. Nicolina.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Modi. And it's really my pleasure to be with you today. And thank you so much for the invitation. From my side, I always love participating in interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary conferences, because I think this is the best way and the best place how we can all learn from each other. So I think that's the best thing for everyone participating in a conference. And I was happy to hear that there are many presentations on the conference also. So I think that would be an amazing 2 days, opportunities to learn. I will focus, as we mentioned already, is dedicated to commerce, management, AI, and security. So I will be focusing a little bit more on AI and the impact of AI on everything that is happening around us. We have really been faced with, I'd say, new revolution, and we are all talking about a fifth industrial revolution, shift from digital, and we are going to have another level of human-machine collaboration, hopefully collaboration. And this is something that is, for me, professionally very interesting. And in the last few years, really, I dedicated a lot of time on doing the research and learning in a way, because I think this area is quite new for all of us. And as Elon Musk said, you probably know this, you heard this many times, but he said that AI might be the best thing or the worst thing that ever happened to the humanity. I think as educators, as faculty, professors, researchers, we have a sort of a duty to the future generation to try to make sure that that will be the best thing that actually ever happened to the humanity. And what we're witnessing today, we are witnessing really a lot of different things, a lot of different applications. And if we're discussing, you can probably, all of you can give a lot of different examples, starting with the customer service chatbots that are completely integrated. We're used to communicate with them. From expect a lot of development in this area. To all kind of virtual assistants, to online different support chatbots, when you go instead of communicating with a real person, you will be communicating with the chatbots. To automated delivery with robots. I'm always I live in Dubai, and in my neighborhood we have a lot of automated small robots. They're actually delivering food. And we are always laughing when we see them on the streets. Here comes the robot, and they know how to cross the street and to deliver anything from place A to place B. So there are really many more things and many more innovations that are happening. And we should all think how this is going to impact future jobs. From one side, we have an educational perspective that some of previous speakers also mentioned as a responsibility of the educational institution to see how we are going to create the students that will be able to fit the future job and market needs. At the other hand, we all need to think, I'm sure we maybe have students now in a conference, they should think by themselves, okay, what is it that I should do? How can I adjust best? And what are the things, what are the trends that I can actually expect, that we can expect in the years to come? And we can see that everything that is happening now is going faster and faster. Really, we have less and less time for some really incremental innovations that are coming. And over the time, we can expect for this to go even faster. So we will have a little bit less time to adjust, meaning we have to start learning now. We have to start adapting now. We have to start learning about new tools, about new techniques, and understanding the ways how to be integrated in our lives in future. the transformative impact of artificial intelligence and potential of artificial intelligence is immense. We are experiencing job automation. However, that's not new. We have been witnessing this over the course of industrial revolutions. And always there was a case that some jobs were becoming obsolete while new jobs have been created. So I believe that would be the case here also. There will be new job creation. There is a huge shift towards skills and skill development, especially development of exclusively human skills. And there is a lot of discussion on impact of arts and humanities that we somehow, I don't know, kicked out of many of the programs and curriculums focusing on technological skills, on other skills, but there will be in a future roles of arts and humanities in education, a skill set that will be relevant for future. We have a lot of emerging industries and new areas that are developing more and more, starting from, as also previous speakers mentioned, sustainable development, which is a really, really important topic now, to the immense developments that are happening in biotechnology, in genomics, in genetic engineering, and healthcare in general. This is the area that we probably are going to expect really, really major changes over the course of time. And there is a lot of discussion again related to impact of AI, and there are always positive things that we can emphasize. There are always negative things that we can emphasize, and some of the things I think that are especially interesting topics, and I hope they may be some of the presentations, the topics from the conference today might cover some of those issues regarding the security when it comes to artificial intelligence, regarding data privacy, regarding ethical and bias issues. As we know, we are training artificial intelligence model, and any AI model is as good as data that we're training it on. So we have to be we had examples when, for example, ChatGPT was launched, or some bias responsive, some responses they were not really appropriate at the beginning, especially after the launch. Now there is less and less such content, but this shows that actually we have to be very careful with how we are using AI, and especially for the generative models that I presume we got to use very quickly, and they're very easy to use with a very easy interface. But we always need to, keep this part of our human critical and analytical thinking to make this assessment at the end. Is some response okay or not? At the other hand, as I mentioned, I really expect that AI will create new jobs, and there is a lot of potential for enhancing job productivity from different areas, from different jobs. So there is a really, even with the tools that we have now, and we can just imagine how great this would probably be when actually we have even more advanced tools. One of the things also that, in a way we are witnessing already for a long time is those personalized experiences. I'm a marketing professor. I always say, when we're now talking about AI as if this is something new, it's not new. It's have been here for a long time. Predictive AI has been here for a long. We all are exposed to predictive AI models anytime that we use internet. When we see some ad with programmatic advertising, there is a lot of things happening in a backend that an average customer might not be aware of. What has been the new thing, and something that really changed our relationship with AI, are definitely generative AI models, because they're sort of easy to use and anyone can use them. And even kids in elementary school can type it in something in the ChatGPT. Of of course, there is a huge potential for scientific advancement in all areas. In a way, if and when we really utilize the potential of AI in a right way and in a right manner. So looking at what should we do and what can we do now? So my advice for everyone would be learn, and learn. We cannot stop learning, especially as professors, as academics. We have responsibility, of course, toward our students to give them the most recent knowledge and the most recent tools and techniques. But even other than that, even if I'm sure there are many people listening, maybe, and participating, as I mentioned, students, maybe not in academia, researchers, we have responsibility toward ourselves. Everyone has responsibility to learn, and learning will not stop with this pace of technological changes and development. This is really something that we need to understand and find some time to upskill ourselves and to understand in our area of expertise what are the new things, what are the new thoughts. Now, one thing that we can, when it's obvious that we are going toward, and I mean, we can already see that is human AI collaboration, human machine collaboration. And we already have so many, again, AI tools integrated in everyday life. For example, maybe many of you have Alexa at home. You know how you can program it. You can even create a little bit of a smart home environment with it. Not to mention Siri, that has been here for a long time, different chatbots that we're using, and so on and so forth. So in a context of organizations and in a context of businesses, from what I see and some conversations that I have, I think even the individual adaptation is maybe going a little bit faster than organizational. Some organizations are really not adapting that fast. And I think in the next 5 to 10 years, what will create winners and create losers at the same time is how adaptive organizational cultures are we going to have. Organizations of this new human AI collaboration era really need to foster a culture that will embrace innovation, that will embrace change, and that will embrace the continuous learning and the continuous development. I was thinking when I was preparing for this keynote speech, I was thinking about the possible futures and all the things that might happen in a future workspace. And some of the things that I also had a look at, some of the published research, some of the studies, some of the predictions of what might happen and what expect us in a possible future, in a possible future workspace. We definitely can expect at one point to have some AI coworkers and virtual assistants. There is a possibility of having the personalized work experiences that will be tailored toward really individual capabilities. So if there is one area that you're really excelling with, you're going to get maybe more of these tasks, while in the other area, it might be delegated to someone else who is better in this task, increasing and improving organizational productivity in such a way. Definitely, after the pandemic, we are witnessing a trend of increased remote and hybrid work options. And we're also witnessing this as we are looking at our lovely Gen Z that is now at the universities, and they will be graduating soon. And they have Generation Z, really, they have a strong preference for hybrid and remote work options. So we will see how all of this is going to be, but we might shift into some other model of work where we don't have the 8-hour, 9 to 5 working hours. Another thing that is also very interesting and futuristic with the development of VR and AR technologies We might even expect to have some immersive meetings, immersive conferences. So maybe this year we are all sitting here on Zoom, but when we meet together in 3 or 4 years, we will all be having some, virtual reality glasses and sitting in some metaverse virtually presenting our conference. So I don't think that future is that far. There is still a little bit of challenges related to hardware, related to equipment that is quite expensive, but this is definitely an area that we will see a little bit more. And of course, we will be witnessing, I'm sure, increased use in areas that maybe was not using artificial intelligence and technology that much as before, like maybe legal work, or again, there is a lot of utilization in medical, or maybe financial planning. Many other areas will witness and be impacted by AI. So to bring the keynote speech to end, I just wanted to add with a note, what should we do and how we should prepare ourselves to be able to thrive in future job market, and at the same time, how we should prepare our students to be able to thrive in future job market. All the traditional skills, like they're definitely going to be relevant in the years to come. As I mentioned, this is really important thing there, that we need to have this lifelong learning and a lifelong learning approach. This is one of the things, and definitely we need to try to develop and to nurture the growth mindset. To develop critical thinking, curiosity, empathy, ethical reasoning is going to be really important in a year to come, and to really keep being resilient and not to be scared by new things and changes, to embrace those challenges and see them as opportunities for something new, and hopefully for some better tomorrow, where we will have increased quality of life, we will have a better environment and life for everyone in the years to come in this very much changing world. So thank you all for inviting me again. It was really a pleasure to deliver a keynote speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nicolina. As always, a really wonderful speech, wonderful keynote address by Dr. Nicolina. Thank you so much, Dr. Nicolina, for joining us from UAE, Dubai. Thank you so much for sparing your valuable time for us. Thank you so much for the wonderful speech. Thank you so much.
Very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. So now I welcome our third eminent keynote speaker, Mr. Sudhir Gaurier, presently strategic advisor of Reliance Jio. Mr. Sudhir Gaurier is a voluntarily retired police officer with 48 years of glorious and active service with the Government of India and commercial organizations of repute. He is a rare blend of uniformed services, security, intelligence, liaison, and corporate security. For last 24 years, he is working in private sector and presently is strategic advisor in Reliance Jio Infocom, grossly involved in national security and crime cracking through telecom. He is not only recipient of President's Police Medal and Home Minister's Silver Medal, but has over 40 decorations, awards, and commendations rose to his credit. He was awarded Best Security Professional Award by International Institute of Safety and Security Management in the year 2008. The latest honor to him is a Lifetime International Security Award by BW Business World and BW Security World in 2021. So it is our pleasure to have such an eminent person in our conference, in our today's session. Mr. Sudhir Gaurier, I welcome, sir.
Thank you, Professor Ravi Kant Modi.
Thank you, sir.
It's really a pleasure. Actually, thanks would be too small a word to express my gratitude to all of you, to the entire faculty for inviting me to this seminar. And I'm really feeling honored and privileged. My only concern is that after listening to Dr. Nicolima, I'm wondering, will you all be able to digest my gruntling voice? Now, coming into next 10 minutes, I would be discussing how you perceive threats. And the threat may be in terms of cyber crimes, or maybe in bad use of AI, but threat and maybe physical threat. So next 10 minutes, I would be discussing how to perceive threat and how to make the environment much more safer. As you said, I'll just take 1 minute to make you understand where I'm coming from during these next 10 minutes, as my total career has been involved in national security, and in last 20 years, I'm cracking crimes and solving number of intelligence issues through telecom. Right now, I'm working with Reliance Jio, of course. My talk would be totally based upon my experience of last 48 years. And whatever I'm going to say, you may not find it anywhere in Google or any other platform. Before I go into the how to perceive things and mitigate the coming threats, I would tell you in one line about what is threat quotient. Whenever there's a threat, you divide the threat with the controls that you have put. For example, cyber crimes happening, or maybe financial crimes happening, you have to have some controls over it. So threats divided by controls should always be 0. And that is called threat quotient. So, for example, when you say he has been given X category of security or Y category of security or Z category of security, that implies that the larger the security is, the larger is the arrangement for his security. For example, and security is 100%, perceiving how you perceive threats. For example, somebody would put a big lock in his house, the other may put a small lock in his house. So, as I said, I would be now discussing how I have perceived threats in my career. I'll give you 1 or 2, 3 examples, which is very relevant to how to perceive threats so that you can mitigate all the coming dangers to you. I will take you to 1985-86 while I was in SPG, and Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister. I was sent abroad to do a training, and during the training, one of the days, the director called me and said, "There's a threat to Indian Prime Minister from Mr. Rajiv Gandhi." So I said, "What shit you're talking?" He said, "No, there is a threat. I'll convince you. There's a threat to Indian Prime Minister from Rajiv Gandhi," when Rajiv Gandhi himself was the Prime Minister. So anyway, I was wondering, but he convinced me. He said, your Mr. Rajiv Gandhi goes and sits into the co-pilot's seat, because once upon a time he was a pilot, and he distracts the attention of the pilot, thereby causing a threat to the Indian Prime Minister, thereby destabilizing the equilibrium in the South Asian region of the world. Second example he gave was he said, your Mr. Rajiv Gandhi drives his own Jonga without knowing the route of the Prime Minister, without knowing the alternate route of the Prime Minister, without knowing the safe houses to be earmarked on the route of the Prime Minister. So he is causing a threat to the Indian Prime Minister. The third point that he said was that Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, he was a pilot, so he used to get his license renewed. The CLP, commercial pilot license, he used to get renewed every year and fly 1 hour every year. So as a Prime Minister, flying a Pushpak or aircraft alone like that was a threat to the prime minister. But it was very convincing, and so I came back and took the required action to see that yes, whatever I was told in the training was absolutely justified and correct. But I'll give you one more example about perception, how others, I mean, people from abroad perceive threats. I was in SPG, I was with the Prime Minister. I never had thought about this, that there's a threat to Indian Prime Minister from Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. I leave it to your imagination whether there is any threat to Indian Prime Minister today from Mr. Narendra Modi that you may think. Coming to a second example that I confronted was a very great example of perceiving threat. This was Mr. KPS Gill, who was the Director General of Police Punjab, and he had retired, and he was the president of the Indian Hockey Federation. So he was to go to Olympic in Atlanta. From here, he flew by Air India and went to 1996. I'm talking. He went to New York, landed in New York by Air India flight. No threat was perceived while he was flying Air India. When he landed in JFK and was to take flights to Atlanta, there were 7 flights going, and all these 7 flights, he was refused a seat, a place in the aircraft, stating that he carries with himself a threat, and if he flies in their aircraft, it may cause danger to the. So they denied him ticket, and ultimately he had to go by train to it. So what I'm trying to tell you is that it's how far you can stretch your imagination for perceiving threats. And that's very important. Even today, I mean, a man sitting in the basement of any house, any building can demolish entire your network and entirely sabotage your financial dealings. So you have to extend your mind to an extent that it covers every aspect of threat, every aspect of security. The third example, till 2001, we were never putting on seat belts. It was in 2001 that the Supreme Court ordered us to put on seat belts. We never had perceived that without seat belt it can be dangerous. So only after Supreme Court ordered us to put seat belt, we started putting on seat belt after 2001. And today all of us are putting on seat belts. But most of us do it only to avoid tickets and challan from the police and not because of our safety. So that needs to be inculcated into our mind and see that we look at all aspects of threat before we step out of the house. In same connection, I would say in 2022 September, when Mr. Cyrus Mistry was killed in a road accident, he was sitting at the back seat, and there was a major accident near Bombay, and he died in that. After that, the Surface Transport Ministry has issued a directive and a gazette notification that everybody sitting at the back seat also will put on seat belts. But today we are even not doing that. We are still waiting for some more deaths to happen. So point is that we need to perceive threats and take precautionary measures accordingly. No, having seen killing of Mrs. Indira Gandhi, assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, and so many assassinations, killing happening across the world, I perceive everything, everybody, every human being as a human bomb. I perceive every car as a car bomb, unless it has been proved and declared otherwise. So perceiving threat is most important for planning any security operation, any security this thing. And as all of you have been talking since beginning, that AI and the cyber crime are the future of all the nefarious designs of the criminals and the anti-socials. That's very, very, very imminent, and we have to take all kind of precautions to see that we cover all kind of aspect of threat. However, I feel with my experience that whatever we have to do, we have to do it continuously. Whereas a militant or a criminal or a antisocial has to plan for only 1 second of doing it. So he will always have the upper hand, upper edge of executing his nefarious design. Whereas we, as a police, as a citizen, we have to be cautious every minute of our life. Whereas they have to just plan for 1 second, so they are always going to be ahead ahead from the police. That's what the principles of criminology also says, that the criminals are always going to be ahead in some way or the other. They will always discover some kind of new design to demolish whatever we plan. So our perception of security has to be very, very meticulous, very minute, very precision, so that we cover all aspects of. That was all by and large I wanted to inculcate a kind of awareness of covering every aspect of nefarious design to plan our daily going and our daily protection. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm really honored, and this has been a really good interaction. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Sudhir Gaurier, for the wonderful keynote speech. And sir, you are doing a great job for our country. I have also been in the NCC, National Cadet Corps, an associate NCC officer. I have done 2 trainings in Kamti OTA, 1 lieutenant and then captain. I have served in the NCC for around 10 years. So I think we have done nothing. I mean, we have done nothing what you are doing for the country. So thank you so much, Mr. Sudhir Gaurier, for sparing your valuable time and your wonderful speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. So it's time for paper presenters, for the presentation of papers. So before we start the paper presentations, I will invite according to the serial numbers. So and I request every presenter to please write down your serial number in the chat box so that I can easily recognize you. And please be sure that you have to keep your video on while presentation. So with the permission of today's chairperson, Professor Manvinder Singh Pahwa, sir, would you like to speak something before we start?
Yes, we can start for sure, because that's the time for the people, those who have participated in the conference. We should give them time to present their papers.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, because there are a lot of presenters today, it's like any other conference of Inspira Research Association, lot of presentations are going to be happening in today's of this presentation session too. So what we can do is that every presenter, I would request everyone to please speak relevant. Relevant means when we are talking about the paper, then means a little bit short of introduction, and then more elaborate, particularly on the objectives and how they have fulfilled the objectives, and then finally the conclusion, right? So that's what is expected from every presenter. And let us just start the session, and every presenter, whosoever will be presenting, must make their video on. So it's a duty of the presenter to ensure the bandwidth, the proper bandwidth of their internet connection, so that we can hear them. And accordingly, the evaluation will be done particularly for each and every presentation which is going on. And in case if time permits, then we will definitely go with the question answer round. So without wasting time, let us, Raviji, let us start the presentation part.
Thank you, sir. And I request every presenter to please keep your video on so that I can recognize. So the first is serial number 2, Mr. Abhimanyu Singh Kulari from KN Modi University. Mr. Abhimanyu Singh, please unmute.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm a Master's of Technology student in Dr. KN Modi University, and I am presenting for the ethical and legal implications of K-anonymity. That is also my thesis title for the MTech in Dr. KN Modi University. So could I actually share my PPT with on
Yes,
the
yes,
meeting?
please share. Your topic was, what is your topic of presentation?
Ethical and legal implications of K-anonymity.
Yeah. Okay. Enhancing privacy in big data. I think this is your topic.
Yes.
Please share. You can share your PPT.
How would I share it? I mean, what are the options? This is the first time I'm using Zoom workspace.
There is an option below, share screen option in the green.
Green.
The green
Oh,
tab.
yeah.
So you have to click on that and you have to open your PPT.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, now it's coming. Now please select your folder, PPT folder.
All the points that I'm going to be addressing in my paper that would I present in this conference. So can you see my slideshow? Hello.
Yes, please carry on. It is visible, and you have 4 minutes only. Okay, in order to finish it along with the conclusion part. Please be sure that your time does not exceed. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, carry on.
Is a widely used technique that ensures that some particular record is actually indistinguishable from k-1 other records on the data sets that are particularly can be used to identify a person or legal information about them. So how its implementation raises ethical and legal consideration that must be addressed to ensure compliance with regulations and protect individual privacy rights. There are some ethical consideration, that is, first is consent, second is transparency, and third is algorithmic bias. Consent is ensuring that individuals who are using internet to publish their information, they have given consent for their particular informations to be used by people who are doing research on big data, right? So and second, in being transparent about data collection. It's about the company that are using big data for the for different purposes for providing better use of their platforms to the particular individual. Being transparent about their data collection and processing and anonymization method is essentially to build trust with data subjects And then there is an algorithmic bias. K-anonymization algorithm must be carefully designed to avoid introducing unfair bias that could disadvantage certain groups. There is a thing about K-anonymization that about the big data publishing. Sometimes certain individuals' information can be leaked by joining two or more tables that are published on a different platforms. So K-anonymization is used to target those kind of things that so they can be anonymized and their privacy could be ensured. There are certain legal frameworks and regulation like GDPR, CCPA, and emerging CCPA. The European Union's General Data Protection Regulation sets strict guidelines for data anonymization and privacy protection. These are the European Union's regulations that for strict guidelines that ensures what kind of information can be published about a certain individual. And then there is a California Consumer Privacy Act, which is in the US, imposes similar requirement for data anonymization and individual rights. And then there is emerging legislation. Since big data and social network and all the data publishing is high on demand, they are actually trying to write a legislation which is going to.
You have 2 minutes more.
All right. New that are going to introduce new laws and regulations for being introduced to address the evolving challenges of the data privacy and anonymization. Then data minimization and purpose limitation. K-anonymization should only be applied to the minimum amount of data necessary to achieve the intended purpose. Then purpose limitation. Data anonymized through K-anonymization should be used only for the specific purpose for which consent was granted, not repurposed without explicit permission. Then technical and organizational safeguards must be in place to prevent unauthorized access, modification, or misuse of the anonymized data. Balancing data utility and privacy. Since K-anonymization is a technique which makes K records indistinguishable from one another, there is a balance between data utility and privacy. Sometimes making them anonymized loses their purpose to be purposed in data mining and other algorithmic calculation. To find a result from them. So data utility is decreased while anonymizing them. So K-anonymization should preserve the utility of the data or its intended use, which still while is adequately protecting individual privacy. The level of K-anonymity must be high enough to prevent re-identification, but not so high that it significantly regrets the data's usefulness. Contextual factor, the appropriate balance between data utility and privacy will depend on the specific context, use case, and potential risk involved. Ongoing monitoring, K-anonymized data set should be regularly reviewed and re-evaluated to ensure the continued protection of the individual privacy over time. So there should be consent, informed consent, ground rule controls, and ongoing transparency between the platforms and consumer. And algorithm bias and fairness is K-anonymization algorithm must be designed to ensure fair.
Please conclude now. Please, we have taken a lot of time. Please conclude.
So conclusion is we are trying to anonymize big data records. So data utility and privacy could be balanced with one another. We can ensure privacy of a consumer without losing the utility of the data. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. But one thing was lacking in this particular presentation was there was not at all any objective of this. You kept on continuing. You continued with your presentation without that. Means how have you concluded? How have you started? And what was the objective of the presentation? That has not been defined. See, when we are presenting a research paper, when we are presenting a paper in any conference, the audience must be aware of that what are the objectives and how these objectives are to be fulfilled. Neither have you shown any of the objectives and how you have concluded. It was just looking like as if it is a assimilation of some knowledge which you have gained from somewhere. Moreover, it was looking like as if something has been prepared using the AI tool itself. Right. So, Mr. Abhimanyu, please be careful, because when we are presenting in a conference, it has to be a meaningful presentation. Right. Anyways, thank you so much. And the same is the request with the other presenters also. In order to make your presentation meaningful, start with the objectives. Okay, and then accordingly, you just try to understand, make the audience understand what have you done in your research, and finally conclude it on the basis of the objectives which you have framed. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. Raviji, please, next presenter.
Thank you so much. The next presenter is at serial number 5, Dr. Ramesh V from Karnataka. Yes, Mr. Ramesh, please unmute. Yes,
Good evening,
please.
sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Can I share my screen, sir?
Yeah, Ramesh, please. You have 4 minutes.
Yes,
you
sir.
have 4 minutes and time has started.
Mr. Ramesh, what happened?
Is it visible, sir?
No, you have not shared yet.
Now,
Please
sir?
Yeah, please click on the share button.
Yeah, I'm doing, sir.
Or you can do oral presentation also.
Sir, now, sir?
No.
Okay, I'll start, sir, by oral.
Okay.
Development. See, the
now the screen
NGO
is coming.
stands for...
The screen is coming now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now it's coming.
Now, the term NGO stands for non-government organization. We all know the welfare activities must
but
be
it is
undertaken
not,
by...
your screen is not moving. It is not moving, it is maximized.
Dr. Ramesh, you have to, I think, he has actually, what he has done is he has actually made the screen very, very large. Means instead of, running the presentation, Ramesh, just go on the slideshow. On the slideshow up over there.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Yeah. Now I think this will be visible. You just press the next key, or you can say the arrow key.
Yes, sir.
So that your presentation comes up, because it has not yet come in.
Is it now, sir?
No. Nobody is able to see that now. Till now, it is not there. You must please share the full screen. You are sharing only part of it. That's why this is happening.
Sir, okay. It is in process. I will move it, sir, orally. With your permission, sir.
No, it's okay. You can proceed further. Your time is going. Nothing more is there, because time is very, very important. Short. Carry on.
Yes, sir. Carry
on with your presentation, please.
Government is responsible for welfare activities, but the government oneself cannot undertake all the welfare activities. That's why NGOs are playing a vital role. They are playing a vital role in children education, women empowerment, rural development, etc. In our paper, I am going to focus on the role of social welfare activities by non-government organizations through rural development. My objectives include to explore the needs of NGO. That is, non-government organization is necessary in what way? That is one of the objective. To study the role of NGO in the socio and economic development of the country. And the third one is to study the benefits of NGO for a weaker section of the society and rural development. The research methodology, see, the paper has been prepared with the help of both.
See, Ramesh, we are not able to see anything on the screen itself at all. So
Sir,
better
it is a little bit slow, sir. That's why I'm doing oral presentation.
Okay, fine. That's why I was saying this. Let's stop the screen share so that we can at least listen to the presentation fully.
Yes,
yeah,
sir,
carry
yes.
on, please.
The paper has been prepared, most of the data on secondary data, like from the textbook or magazine or newspaper or internet, YouTube, etc. Some of the types of NGOs, like charitable oriented NGOs are there, which are undertaking by giving charities to schools, hospitals, colleges, libraries, sports clubs, etc. And service oriented NGOs are there, which are giving services in almost all areas like urban, rural, suburban, etc. And participative oriented NGOs are there, which are participating with the private sector, municipalities, state government, central government, etc. Empowering orientation, that is, these NGOs are cause for empowering women, poor people, children, etc. Now we will see the role of NGOs, that is, in what way the non-government organizations are playing a vital role in the economic development of the country. So NGOs are working.
Ramesh, role of NGO everyone knows. Okay, please tell that how have you fulfilled your objectives? What methodology you have taken? What is the data and what is the conclusion? Now you have only 2 minutes left. Okay.
Yeah, sir. I'm going to do it. See, NGOs are developing the children education. They are adopting certain children and providing primary education, high school education in rural areas and even in city areas. They are providing women welfare activities. Those who are not in jobs, they will be in SHGs, that is self-help groups, and through that they are giving loans. They are giving certain training for undertaking business activities, the small products like corporates, agarbattis. For this, they are giving certain training, and they are also helping disabled people, those who are not in a position to walk here. Physically handicapped people are also getting advantage from non-government organizations. They are helping out in health issues. They are providing medical facilities at concessional rates in private sector as well as government hospitals. They are working for the rural development. See, I was telling in the beginning also, non-government organizations are working mainly in the rural areas. They are joining the hands through self-help groups. They are joining hands to gram panchayats. So that is one of the area they are playing.
Ramesh, please conclude. Please just tell about what is the conclusion of the paper.
Yes, sir. They are also playing a vital role in the environment protection through municipality supporting activities. My conclusion is, see, the government is responsible for social welfare activities, but in addition to state and central government, NGOs are joining and they are helping out the poor people, the children. But the success of NGOs are depending on leadership. If the leader is ethical, educated, and a good human being, definitely they can participate with common people, government, and they can give a vital role. That's it, sir. Thank you, everyone, sir.
Ramesh, just try to enhance the level of the research on which you have done the present research, right? So what you can do is take some more, do some more literature review in order to strengthen your objectives. Okay.
Yes,
because
sir, yes.
The conclusion which you have done, even if no research is done,
yes,
the conclusion will remain same. So
yes,
which actually means that actually no research has been done. Okay, just reading a paper in a conference will not solve the issue. So I may be a little bit, strict regarding or harsh regarding my words, maybe a little bit like that, but I hope you will be able to improvise it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Arm length type of suggestions and conclusions should not be there. It should be discouraged.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'll do, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do, sir.
So thank you so much, Professor Pawar,
So
sir. And
I
thank you, Mr. Ramesh.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
just wish you all the best for your work of things. Okay, right.
Yes.
So we can take the next presenter. All the best, Ramesh. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So the next presenter, Mr. Harish G. Second year student, MBA student from Wales Institute of Science, Technology and Advanced Studies, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Please unmute, Mr. Harish.
Sir.
Please switch on your video.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please start.
Sir, I am Harish. I am a second year MBA student. I have done this project for my second year of final year project. My project topic is the role of telecalling in marketing. If we see, every company wants to do the marketing. Without marketing, there will be.
Yeah, please unmute. You are muted. I don't know what happened. Please unmute. Yeah, please start.
Sir, there are many ways of marketing in the company.
Yeah, carry on. Unmute your.
Sir, it says.
You're muted.
Sir,
I
am
think
I
you have
audible,
muted
sir?
yourself. Unmute to be shown over here.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, but do you have some PPT?
Yes, sir. I will share it, sir.
Yeah, please share it immediately.
Okay,
You have 4 minutes only, right? Go directly on the objectives, and then because
Okay,
marketing, everyone knows what marketing
sir.
is. So what have you done in marketing that we are eager to know that? Okay, just
Okay,
go
sir.
over there on the objectives and tell us that how have you fulfilled those objectives? What is the methodology and how you have concluded? You have 4 minutes only, right? Your time starts.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute, sir. Sir, it is showing, sir.
No, it is not showing. The time is running.
Screen.
Now
I think it is now coming.
Coming.
You
Okay,
can
sir.
make your phone horizontal in order to.
Okay, sir.
Somebody else has prepared it for you, I suppose.
Sorry, sir. Sir, it is my another number, sir. I am currently in office, my
No,
office.
it's okay because you are showing your entire WhatsApp. That's why.
Okay, sir.
WhatsApp chats are showing.
Can you wait a minute, sir? Sir, my topic is the role of telecalling in marketing, and the objectives of my project is to analyze the demographic profile of the respondents, which I have taken survey, and to evaluate the effectiveness of telecalling in taking leads generation and finding the best practices of telecalling in marketing, sir.
Yeah. In what area you have done it? Telecalling? Because
Sir,
we keep on receiving telecalls from various people that you take loan daily. So it is.
Yes,
so
sir.
what is the means telecalling in which area? Telecalling marketing
Sir,
in which area you have taken?
In sports area, sir. In sports distribution company, sir.
In
sports distribution company, sir. Sports company. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible.
Sir, this project is about telecalling in a sports distribution company, sir.
Carry on.
Sports.
It is about the effectiveness of telecalling.
I have take
your
a literature review of Borderman. Sir. In this project, I have take a response of more than 101 people, sir. And I have used a tool called SPSS for checking whether the project is right or wrong, and to check the hypothesis, sir.
SPSS will never tell you whether project is right or wrong. It is only used for analyzing the data. Okay. So SPSS will not tell you whether your project is right or wrong. Mind it.
Yes.
Yeah. Show us.
In SPSS.
Okay. Show me the interpretation what you have written.
Okay, sir. In the SPSS, I have put the number of age, gender, education, qualification, and material status, sir. In this, the majority of the respondents are the youth category, sir, which are 18 to 25, the future of India, and more of them are male, sir, and all of them are a degree holders, sir.
Okay, you have taken it from your friends, I suppose. Most of them
no,
are
sir,
almost all of them are unmarried, right?
Sir, no, sir. It is mine, sir. I have take a response, sir.
Okay, 101. I think they all seems to be your friends. The students
Sir,
who, those who are
some
studying
of
along
my
with you.
some of them are my friends, and some of them are office colleagues, sir, which I have done internships, sir.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sir. In this SPSS, I have used correlation, sir. Correlation and analysis of variance and ANOVA, sir, and coefficient, which are I have used both dependent and independent variable. In the dependent variable, it is telecalling, sir. And the independent variable is lead generation, customer handling, and the customer strategy, sir.
Okay.
And the result says there is a relationship between both of the variables, sir. And my conclusion, sir. Am I audible, sir?
You are audible, but your this word file is so small, too small to be
Yes,
visible.
sir. Yes, sir.
Anyways, you just conclude. Yeah.
Okay, sir. In conclusion, the data analysis underscores several key insights regarding the telecalling effectiveness and the customer perception within the sample populations. And the sample provides the telecalling team has to minimize their script as it is not effective, sir. If the telecalling member are calling more than 2 or 3 times, the customer will get irritated. And if they are talking more than 1 or 2 minutes, they don't have much time. They have to work on that, sir. And
these are the obvious conclusions.
Yes, sir.
I think some telecaller might have called you and you have taken conclusion by your own.
Sir, I have done the internship based on that role only, sir. I used to call, sir.
Okay, fine then. Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think Yuvika has to present now. Am I correct, Raviji?
No, sir. Ali, serial number 11, Ali Albauti, research scholar from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, SRM University. Please unmute, Mr. Ali.
Okay.
Yuvika's number is at very last, sir.
Okay. So glad to have you, Yuvika.
Ali, please unmute. If you are ready with your presentation, please unmute. Mr. Ali. Okay. Serial number 13, Kahani Mehta. Please unmute. Miss Kahani Mehta from Bhavnagar, Gujarat. Miss Kahani Mehta, please unmute.
I thought I will be listening some story today from Kahani. But Kahani herself is not there. You can take the next presentation, sir.
Yeah, he is not going to.
Sir, I am here.
Okay, Kahani ji aa gayi hain.
Just trying to open my video. Just a second, sir.
Please.
And I'll present the screen.
Can you see Kahani? Okay, Kahani is over here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm just increasing my laptop volume, sir. Just a second.
Yeah, no issues.
Yeah, and I'm sharing the screen as well.
Okay, great, good. Kahani, you also have 4 minutes to present, okay?
Yeah,
and
sir. Yes,
be precise. And I hope your Kahani will be short enough to tell us that what is to be done.
Yeah, definitely, sir. I will.
Don't tell a long story.
Yeah, sure, sir. I guess this is visible to all.
Yeah, this is very much visible and very much, you are also very much audible. Carry on.
Okay. So basically, what is my key points? That is, what would be my focus? That is to examine the role of EQ, that is emotional quotient. Actually, there are 3 types of quotient, as we know. That is intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, and spiritual quotient. So I have focused to write down the paper on emotional quotient, and I tried to connect the my topic, which is basically on teachers burnout, that how EQ will reduce the teachers burnout. Okay, so basically let me just focus on the main portion, that is EI. mainly the father of emotional intelligence, that is Selov and Mayer, who gave the definition of emotional intelligence. It was the ability to monitor one's own and other people's emotions, to discriminate between the different emotions and label them appropriately, and to use emotional information to guide thinking and behavior. That is, once, like after understanding your own emotions, you have to understand and manage others' emotions, right? That is the main point. Okay, emotional intelligence.
Kani, just one
Yeah.
thing I would like to understand. Who is father
Yes,
of
sir.
emotional intelligence?
He was the father of emotional intelligence, that is Selov and Mayer.
No, I think
Full name
there
is
are
Peter Selov.
emotional intelligence has more than one father, I suppose. Daniel Goldman
Yeah,
is the one.
actually, yeah, Goldman was the one who wrote the book on this, sir.
Yeah.
And
So
that
the
is,
first
it was
publication
very
came
famous.
from him only. First publication as a
yes,
father, that's why he is called as a father. But no issues.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Emotional intelligence can afford to have more than one fathers, no issues. So carry
Yes,
on.
sir, definitely. Yes, sir.
That's it.
So, what is the core components of EI? Actually, I have connected it to how, with the help of these 5 dimensions, or we can say the 5 core components, the stress and burnout can reduce. Okay, so first there is self-awareness, that is the basis of emotional regulation. That is finding emotional triggers, then recognizing emotional states, early warning signs. Then the self-regulation, that is how you are handling feelings to take useful action. Into that, there are 3 main points I have included. That is healthy coping strategies, retaining composures, then setting limits and prioritize works. That is third, that is social awareness, establishing how, the third, that is establishing bonds to reduce the stress. Into that, there are 3 key points, that is recognize emotions of students and co-workers, understand students' struggles, identify students' needing extra support. The fourth, that is relationship management, that is how you are creating a support network. Into that, build rapport with your students, okay, collaborate with your own colleagues, communicate effectively with the students' parents, right? So I have included a few literature reviews, as my research paper is basically on the secondary data. So I have included many literature reviews in my research paper, but due to lack of time, I have included some of the research review of literature into the presentation. Directly coming to the objective of the study, I have tried to investigate the connection between the burnout in teachers and emotional intelligence.
Kahani, you have 1 minute.
Okay, okay. So directly going to the data analysis and key findings. The 4 I have tried to
Just come to the findings.
Okay, okay. So what was the basically I say, just a second, sir. Yeah. So findings I have included, that is the connection between nursing students and emotional intelligence. One of the paper was in 2016. Okay. Which was focusing on anxiety and coping mechanism. It was discovered that the emotional intelligence with higher emotional intelligence being linked to more adaptive methods, mediated association between trait, anxiety, and coping mechanism. Okay, 2014 paper was basically focused into how students' academic success affected by EI. And it was discovered that the EI enhanced students' self-perceptions of their abilities.
What are your findings? These are the findings of these papers. What are your findings? And
Sir,
where is the data analysis? You have not
yes,
collected any data, I suppose.
My paper was basically on descriptive manner, and it was the, sir, actually few
Your
papers I
paper
have
is not
included.
descriptive. Your paper is more exploratory. It is not
Yes, sir.
descriptive
Yeah.
at all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Had it
So,
been descriptive, you would have shown some of the analysis
yes, sir.
part of the form.
Hello.
The primary data collected. But you have not done that. That is why I asked.
Hello.
What are your findings? What are your findings? And where is the data analysis? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data collected? What are your findings? And where is the data col rate
Sir, I'm not.
Sir, your voice is not
Hello?
coming. Baba sir, your voice is not coming. I think some network issue from your side. Professor Baba sir.
Hello? I'm not able to listen, sir's audio.
No.
Yeah, Kahani ji, please continue. Professor Pava sir is connecting again. You can continue.
Okay. So basically, this was the literature review I have gathered, and few literature review I have like studied, and it was like explorative, like descriptive type the research paper. So this was the my like the analysis and the findings from the different papers, and these are the future scope and strategies that how EI in teacher can help the burnout within, I mean, among the teachers. Hello.
Yeah. So you completed?
Hello.
You completed?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Kahani ji. It was a wonderful
you.
presentation from your side. Thank you so much. Thank you. So the next presenter, Ali Albati, research scholar from SRM University, Tamil Nadu. Please unmute, Mr. Ali. Yeah, please continue.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible now? Or
Yeah,
am
you
I
are
audible,
audible.
sir?
You are audible. Please continue.
Good evening, sir, and everyone here. I am happy to present my research paper. I am from SRM University and Faculty of Management. I will start sharing my my PPT.
Please share. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Power, sir. Mr.
Sorry,
Ali
it was an
Abati.
internet disconnect actually.
Yeah, Mr. Ali
Yeah,
Abati,
Ali.
serial number
Yes,
11.
sir.
Ali, please, yeah, carry on, Ali.
Is it
4
is it
minutes only,
visible?
Ali, okay?
My screen is
Of
visible.
course,
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. My screen, is it visible or not yet?
No, it is not
My
visible.
No, it's not visible, only you are visible. Your time is running, Ali.
Okay, sir. Now
Now
is
it's
it visible
coming.
now?
Yeah, now it's coming. Yes, visible now.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
of course. Carry on.
So I will start with
Directly
my
go on your objectives. Go on your objectives. Straightforward. And make it full screen.
Okay. My objective of my my study. Just I try to. Objective of my study to first one to comprehend the driving forces behind the small and medium-sized enterprises adoption of corporate social responsibility practices. Second one to investigate the difficulties SMEs have applying corporate social responsibility principles to evaluate the positive effects of CSR practices for SMEs. To analyze how CSR affects stakeholder in SMEs to determine the best CSR practices in SMEs. So the methodology for my study, the following methodology were implemented based on the objectives. The first one, deep deep assessment of the literature on CSR and SMEs has been conducted. Second one, case studies to determine the best practices and method other SMEs can adopt, and these case studies of effective CSR practices in SMEs were done. Literature review to comprehend the present state of research and pinpoint knowledge gaps. Policy analysis to determine their efficacy and pinpoint any areas needing improvement policies and efforts of government, non-governmental
So Ali,
organizations.
basically you have used the case study method, I suppose. You have used the case study method, right?
Yes, sir. I collected case
Carry
studies.
on, carry on.
Last one, cross-case analysis to find patterns, themes, and connection across several SMEs and circumstances. A cross-case analysis of the data gathered using the techniques above was carried out. So result and findings, effectiveness of CSR practices and SMEs depends on effective stakeholder involvement, since it can ensure that stakeholders need and expectation are recognized and satisfied. Second one, for SMEs looking to implement CSR practices, access to money can be major obstacle. Many SMEs struggle to secure funding for their sustainability project. Regulatory framework and standards might be crucial to encourage and support CSR practices in SMEs. This result shows the necessity for various measures to encourage and support ethical and sustainable business practices in the SMEs sector, as well as the significance of resolving the difficulties SMEs have in implementing CSR practices. Conclusion, as a result of researching corporate social responsibility in small and medium-sized firms can aid in our understanding of the reasons for obstacles and advantages of implementing CSR practices and the setting of small businesses, understanding the motivation behind SMEs participation in CSR practices, examining difficulties that they encounter in doing so, evaluating the advantages of CSR for SMEs, analyzing the impact of CSR on SMEs stakeholders, identifying the best practices of CSR in SMEs, and examining the role of government policies. The corporate social responsibility voluntary guidelines, the national voluntary guidelines, and the Clean Indian Mission are just a few measures the Indian government has made to encourage CSR practices among SMEs. By fulfilling these goals, we may gain a deeper understanding of sustainable and ethical practices that SMEs can embrace, and the possible advantages and dangers of doing so. Suggestions for the study across the first one, based on the finding related to the corporate social responsibility. Here are some suggestions for addressing the challenges. The first one, access to resource. To assist SMEs in implementing ethical and sustainable business practices, government and other stakeholders can give them access to finance and other resources like technical assistance and training. Raising awareness, SMEs can be encouraged to learn more about the value of CSR practices, their potential reward, and the various ways they can be put into practices. Engagement with stakeholders, SMEs should be encouraged to interact with them, stakeholders such as clients, staff, members, suppliers, and local communities in order to better understanding their goals and wants and create CSR strategies that satisfy them. Access to finance, government, and other interested parties might provide financing programs for SMEs implementing a CSR strategy, offering loans, grants, and other forms of financial assistance. For example, scalable and flexible CSR can be designed and implemented by SMEs, and they can be encouraged to create long-term sustainability policies that can be modified as their companies expand. So that's it.
Okay. So Ali, thank you for this presentation. I hope you also understand what you have presented.
Yes, sir. But the limitation of I couldn't explain
everything. Okay,
but
please tell me, from where do you belong to? Which place?
I am from Syria, sir. Arab country, Syria.
Yeah, that I could make out because with your accent and all. And you are doing your research where?
In HR, sir. Actually, my topic HR, human resource in SRM University.
No, that is okay. Which SRM?
SRM, yes.
SRM University, Chennai.
Okay. SRM University, Chennai. Yeah. Good. Very good. So good presentation. But Ali, you need to improvise a lot of things, particularly when this is the way you have used the case study method. This is not a way of using the case study method. right? So cases actually gives you idea, because what a case is a unique situation. When you come in a unique situation, there is some outcome of it, and the same outcome cannot be replicated on any other situation as such, because that situation will never come, because time will never be same for everyone. You understand?
Sure, sir. Yes. Sure, sir. Yes.
There is something, yeah. So there is something different when we are concluding a case study, right? So if you see your own, that's why I asked you that I hope you understand what you are presenting. The conclusion
Actually,
which
sir,
you have given are again certain things which even if you have not referred to the cases, it would have been same. You have given the suggestion of training and all. It is already there. Training will never end at all. Are you getting my point? But
yes, sir,
go
yes.
in depth in the cases and what
Yes,
will
sir.
happen in such a situation, and try to make out that what is the situation now and how the things which you have learned from certain cases can be implemented.
Okay, sure, sir.
Case study
I will follow.
approach is a different approach when we are, specifically when we are doing research. Case study approach comes in a qualitative type of research. You have mentioned it very correctly. But the way it has to be used is a little bit more enhanced. Okay, but all the best, Ali.
Yes.
You have put your
Thank you.
good efforts. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Raviji, we can have some.
Bill number 14, Mrs. Kavita, research scholar from Banasthali Vidyapeeth. Please.
क्या बात है, आपकी इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कविता भी है और कहानी भी है.
Good evening, sir. Am I
ये तो
audible?
सुपर हिट हो गया.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, madam, you are very much audible, and we
A
would
very
like to
good
listen to
evening.
you. But
A very good
that's what I
evening,
am
sir.
saying that yeah, good evening. That's what I am saying to Ravi ji is that the conference has already become super hit because it comprises of Kavita also and a Kahani also. Okay, so Kavita ji, please present.
Okay. Sir, sir, is my presentation visible?
Yes, carry on. Please make it full screen.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Okay. So the topic of my research paper is a study on cybersecurity awareness in digital payment system with special reference to Banasthali Vidyapeeth.
May I ask you one thing, Kavita ji, under whose guidance you are doing your research?
Yes, sir.
Under whom you are doing your research?
Sir, I'm
Who is your
doing the
guide?
research. Sir, Dr. Khyati Kochhar.
Okay. Carry on.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, due to shortage of time, I just skipped this introduction part. So may I, sir?
Please directly come to your objectives part.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay, these all things are well known.
Yes, sir.
And from Banasthali Vidyapeeth, because it's a AA+ accredited university, we expect a good presentation. It's a meaningful one, right?
Yes,
Carry
sir.
on.
Sir, as it is my first presentation, I try my best, sir.
Yeah, carry on.
So the
We are with you.
objective of my research paper is to study the demographic characteristics that affect the decision on the adoption of digital payment system and to investigate and analyze knowledge of cyber risk and cyber security in digital payments. And the research methodology that I have used is a convenience sampling method have taken and 5-point Likert scale on the questionnaire, and the SPSS 20 software was used to analyze the data. And this is and this slide is about the demographic and socioeconomic profile. So this slide is about the hypothesis, and the first hypothesis of my paper is that there is no significant relationship between the education and the acceptance of digital payment mode. And for the same, the alternate hypothesis is that there is a significant relationship between the education and the acceptance of digital payment method. So I have used the chi-square test to run this hypothesis, and the test results are significant as the chi-Pearson value is below the level of significance, that is 0.05, and the null hypothesis is rejected and the alternate hypothesis is accepted, and it was concluded that the education plays a very important role in the acceptance of digital payment method. And the second hypothesis was that there is no significant relationship between the education and the frequently usage of digital payment system. And the results were that the education plays an important role in the frequency of the usage of digital payment system, as the people who are more or highly educated frequently use the digital payment system compared to the less educated people. And the third hypothesis was that there is no significant relationship between the level of income and the desire of taking risk. So for test this hypothesis, I have used Spearman's rank order correlation to find out the monotonic relationship between the level of income and the desire of taking risk. And the results are significant, and there is a positive relationship between the annual income and the desire of taking risk. So the people having the high level of income can take the more risk compared to the people having the low level of income. And the fourth hypothesis was that there is a significant relationship association between the education level and the action taken by the user. And the chi-square test was used for this hypothesis, and I have found out that the people who are highly educated are able to take more action to recover their money and can frequently take the action when they are faced any cybersecurity threat. And the last hypothesis was that there is no significant association between the education level and the awareness of cybersecurity. So for this, I have used the same chi-square test and found out that the people who are highly educated are more aware about the cybersecurity, and so frequency distribution was also shown in my paper, that the sample I have taken the sample size of 588 according to the surveysystem.com as the calculator for calculating the sample size. And I have found that more the people are aware about the phishing, that is commonly a cyber attack in these times. And so these are the findings and conclusion, that the education and the income level affect more the usage of digital payment system compared to the other demographic factors like the marital status and the number of dependents, that how many people in the family are dependent on the head of the family. And I have found that the education and the level of income plays an important role in the usage of digital payment system. And so these are the implication, and that they
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Just would like to ask you one thing. Who were your respondents?
Sir, but the students and professionals of the Banasli Vidyapeeth, sir, mainly.
How many of them were not educated?
Sir, there are maids also, and there are the staff, and there are the sir, as in the Banasli Vidyapeeth.
I'm asking one very specific question to you.
Yes,
You
sir.
have taken demographics also. How
Yes,
many
sir.
of the people of Banasli Vidyapeeth were non-educated?
Sir, the number of
I hope
respondents.
all were educated. All
No,
were
no, no, sir.
educated at least.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, there are the families like the sweepers and the sweepers and the
How
cook.
many? How many of them were there?
So they are not.
What
So
was the
I
number?
have, sir, sir, around.
Not around. You have to say an exact number, because you cannot fill your questions from the people around. Either it will be 1 or 2 or 3 or 20 or 40 or 100 or 1,000. It cannot be around. You must be certain about what you are saying.
Yes, sir.
My
Sir,
question is, how many people were uneducated?
sir, I have taken as a sample size of 588. So around, sir, not the exact figures, so sorry, sir,
No, you
but
should please see your
50
research.
to 80, sir, 50 to 80, as I have filled the questionnaire by myself to hear from their responses, sir, I have filled on their basis to ask a
There is a
question
lot of difference
directly,
between
sir.
50 and 80. No, let me assume if it is 50 or if it is 80. It is not even 12% of your total population. And you are
Yes, sir,
applying
but
chi-square test.
sir,
Why have you
sir,
applied chi-square test?
sir, in this, sir, in my research paper, sir, I have found the level, sir, according that how the, sir, the level is like postgraduate, graduated, research scholar, professional, that their education level impact the usage or not. Sir, at the
Agreed.
people
That's
who
what
are,
I'm saying. So you have
Yes,
made a
sir.
comparison, because when we are using chi-square, it actually cross verifies. There is
Yes,
a
sir.
cross association, which you might have also calculated. Okay, that's why I was wondering that how many were there. Now, what the thing which you have done is not like this. You have just asked the people that if they were educated, what would be, means what is, suppose the educated person himself is saying, because none of your data tells about that you have actually interviewed the uneducated people. You might have heard from them, but you have not actually. So you cannot ask someone that what do you think if people is an uneducated, would they be able to use these digital payment methods or not? It is not like that. You should ask some specific question which actually tells you that you have to interview, or you have to ask you have to get your question fulfilled from educated as well as uneducated people both. Right? And you, what type of sampling have you used?
Sir, convenience sampling.
Convenience sampling. No? So no issues. Convenience sampling is a good sampling, right? But at the same time, while you are using convenience sampling, so you can even take equal number of educated, equal number of uneducated people. Okay. This is some of the improvements, but as this was your first paper, congratulations for presenting over here. Be in touch, take a full membership of Inspira Research Association. You will be able to complete your PhD in a very better way, because they will help you out in all the ways. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Thank you so much.
Sir.
And this is my
Thank you for the suggestion, sir.
This is my
I will
request to
surely
everyone.
keeping it in mind in my next presentation and will give my best.
Yeah, thank you so much. And this is a request to everyone that if you are not a full member of Inspira, please take the membership, because presently what Inspira is doing is it has already touched the heights while making all the programs international. Right. And rarely you will find a national conference. While I was just telling Raviji that one conference was made national intentionally, because so I remember that too. Anyways, so we will keep on raising the bar further. And Raviji, we can take another.
I'm sure. We will do the next FDP in the month of June, because it is very, we are already so.
It is very much required.
Yeah, which is very much required. I think we have done the FDP in the year 2020, last FDP with you in 2023 or 2022.
22 was the last one. 23 we have not done any.
Yeah.
23 I was in Assam during that time.
Yes.
So I don't remember I have delivered, because one I delivered was with the Durban University of Technology.
Yeah.
South Africa. That one I did.
Okay, so
nothing else I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So the next.
I think Shivangi Kulhari is waiting for.
Please unmute. Please unmute. Shivangi Kulhari, Department of Computer Science, KN Modi University. Please start.
Good evening, everyone. My
Shivangi,
topic of
your some reflection is coming up on your camera. I think this is a reflection of the light or the mirror. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay. My topic of presentation is utilizing VG16 for object detection.
4 minutes you have. Directly
Yes.
go on objectives and then conclude it.
Yeah, sure. So basically, VG16 has many significant contribution in various fields like material recognition, image classification, localization. But my topic of concern is medical image processing. And in the medical image processing, the conventional methods for malignancy detections are physical examinations, function tests, fine needle aspiration biopsies, histogram analysis, CAD system, traditional ultrasound computer-aided diagnosis system, artificial neural networks. So I have done the literature review on that, and the VG16 comes under the convolutional neural network, which is a part of deep learning, which is a subset of machine learning, and it is basically the subset of artificial intelligence. Now, the About the VGGNet, the convolutional layers are 13 and the fully connected layers are 3, which I have used. There are many trainable parameters which I have used, and the dataset I have used is ImageNet dataset. And then there are research objectives. The main research objective is to compare the VG16 with other neural networks, and the second one is to find out the best CNN architecture based on the different parameters like accuracy, misclassification, precision, sensitivity, recall, F-score, F-beta score, positive predictive value, negative predictive value, and to fine tune the best model, which is VG16. Then for that, I have used the experimental setup, which is NVIDIA RTX A5000 graphic card offering 24 GB of GPU memory. Operating system was 64-bit Windows 10. Then there are deep learning environment, Python 3.10 and Keras 2.3.1. Then the TensorFlow GPU 1.16 was utilized as the backend. Then the process of fine-tuning of CNN. For that, I have used the transfer learning method. In that, the ImageNet data set is used for convolutional layer networks, and then the fully connected
So
layers.
what is your conclusion? Please tell the conclusion, Shivangi, and tell us that how this will be useful for society, your research. Okay. That we are more interested in, because rest other things are just the configuration. You are keep on reading the configuration will be of no use at all. Okay. And I also understand it is I know it is important to mention the configuration also, because in the lengthy paper you can do it. That is okay. Configuration is not required to be read out, right? So basically what you have done and how your research is helpful for the society. This we are interested in.
Basically, I have done the fine-tuning of VGG16 convolutional neural network model using the transfer learning process. For that, I have used some images. Then I have done the pre-processing task. Then I have used the data augmentation task because the images were less in number. So I have to augment the images. Then I have done, I have imported the VGG16 model and then unfreeze some layers. The last layers were unfreezed, and then I have retrained those layers according to my data set. And then the post-processing task was done, and then the output result means the nodule is benign or malignant. The nodule is cancerous or non-cancerous. This was the main task. So on that,
how will you be able to conclude it and in favor of the society is that your technique actually helps in detecting the cancer?
Yes.
So this is how you should tell. Okay. And the methods which you have used for sure are things, and these methods I have even heard before.
Okay.
Right. So what's actually new in it, in your research particularly?
Actually, the VG16 model was not used for the malignancy detection. The other models were used, but the VG16 was not used on that ImageNet dataset. So I have used that.
This is something new. Yeah.
Yes.
New
and
which you have concluded.
And also I have done the clinical trial from one institute. So I have taken some real-time images and then checked them that what is the accuracy of my
Very good. So mention while you are writing the paper or getting it published, mention the name of the institute also from where you have taken the images. And I hope you can just take some thumbnails of the images and can put in your research paper.
Yes, sure.
Fine, Shivangi. All the best. Good presentation.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the next presenter, serial number 17, Ritesh Kumar Srivastav. Please unmute. From Muradabad, Ritesh Kumar Srivastav.
How many are more remaining, Raviji?
Sir, abhi 6 to 7 presenters are there. Please unmute, Ritesh.
Fine.
Ritesh Kumar Srivastav. Okay, Ramya S. Yes, Ramya S. Serial number 18. Please unmute, Miss Ramya.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, yes, please, Karan, please.
Yes, carry on.
Okay.
Ramya, you are from which place?
Kerala.
Okay, fine. So that's the beauty of the conference which is being organized by Inspira, that we get participants from diversified areas. Not only areas, geographic diversified areas, but also the topics are also diverse. Yeah, carry on, Ramya ji.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, you're
Actually, sir,
also
here it
visible,
is.
your screen is also.
Okay, here it is raining. That's why I am asking. Sometimes there will be network interruption. Okay.
No issues. I hope you are doing your PhD presently.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Myself,
Carry on, all the
Rimya.
best.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Myself, Rimya, Assistant Professor and Part-Time Research Scholar of Research Department of Commerce, St. Joseph's College, Autonomous, Irinalakuda. And my topic of presentation is a study on influence of corporate environmental disclosure on investor decision making with special reference to Thrissur district.
Yeah, what
The keywords, sir, shall I continue? I think there is network issue.
Okay, no issues.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay. The keywords
Carry
of the
on, just
study.
go on your objectives.
Okay.
No
The
need for
keywords
keywords
are
or no introduction.
Okay.
Not at all required.
Okay.
Just go on your objectives and
Okay.
give your conclusion.
Okay. The main objectives of my study are to study the perception of investors towards corporate environmental disclosure, to assess the factors affecting investing decision on the basis of corporate environmental disclosure, and to study the importance of corporate environmental disclosure on investment decisions, and to study the influence of corporate environmental disclosure on investment decisions. The main research methodology, nature of the study is descriptive and analytical. Both primary and secondary data has been used for the purpose of the study. Primary data has been collected using a well-structured questionnaire, and secondary data is collected from journals, books, magazines, and websites. The population of the study is investors in Thrissur district, and the sampling frame is investors from selected municipalities in Thrissur district. Sample unit is each investor in the sample frame. A sample of 50 respondents was taken for the purpose of the study. Convenient sampling method was used. The collected data has been analyzed using various statistical tools such as weighted average score, ranking method, and percentage analysis, and the data was presented through tables and graphs. The study aims to analyze the influence of corporate disclosure on investor decision-making in Thrissur district. There are 13 municipalities in Thrissur district. From among these, Irinalakuda and Chalakudy municipality was selected. The dependent variable for the study is investor decision-making, and independent variables are age, gender, awareness level, source of awareness, and corporate environmental disclosure. The major findings of the study are 28% of respondents belong to less than 20 years of age, 54% of respondents belong to 20 to 40 years of age, 14% respondents belong to 40 to 60 years of age, and 4% belong to above 60 years of age. 46% of respondents were male and 54% of respondents were female. 72% of respondents have monthly income of less than rupees 1 lakh, 14% have income between 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs, 8% have income between 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, and 6% have income above rupees 10 lakhs. 6% of respondents.
No demographics required. You just come to your conclusion. How have you concluded?
Okay. 42% respondents prefer to invest.
Though one thing I would like to tell you, 50 is very less number.
Okay,
the
sir.
sample size which you have taken is very less.
Okay,
so
sir.
Anyhow, you can please, that's why I see when sample size is less, methodology doesn't matter at all. You come on the conclusion now.
Okay, sir. These are some of the suggestions. Before making investment decisions, research and analyze the environmental practices and disclosure of companies. Consider long-term sustainability of the company before making investment decision. Assess the manner in which company manages environmental risk. And before making investment, consider the reputation and brand image of the company. The adoption of green reporting has played a prominent role in shaping the CSR agenda of the organization. It helped to improve the decision-making process of the organization, thereby development and implementation of CSR initiatives aimed at reducing environmental impact, enhance stakeholder engagement, and thus helps in fostering a culture of sustainability. Look for the companies that demonstrates innovation and efficiency in addressing environmental challenges. Investments in clean technologies, renewable energy, and resource efficiency can provide opportunities for growth and advantage. These are some of the references of my study. Thank you.
Okay, Ramyaji, thanks for your presentation. See, if the sample size, if you improve the sample size, then we can go in depth about your research.
Due to the time limitation.
No, time limitation is time limitation of what? Of the conference or your collection of the data?
Okay, sir. Next time I will improve, sir. Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much. The next presenter, 21, Shivangi Chukapalli from Hyderabad, Telangana. Yes, Shivangi ji, please unmute. Yeah, please start.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shivangi, currently pursuing my BBA from Avinash College of Commerce in Hyderabad. And I would like to share my...
You are doing BBA, Shivangi.
She is the BBA student, sir. So that is great, sir. She is doing the presentation in the international platform.
No, that is okay, but which year you are in?
I'm in second year. Currently, my second year is about to be done.
Okay. Have you been assisted by some of the professors who have guided
Yes,
you?
yes. I have been assisted by my professors in the college. Under their guidance, I have finished the paper.
Which college do you belong to?
Avinash College of Commerce. It's a degree college in Hyderabad.
Carry on.
Yeah. So is this seen? The screen or visible?
Shivangi, directly go on objectives,
Okay.
methodology, and then conclusion. Okay.
Yes. So is my screen visible?
Enlarge your PPT. No, enlarge your screen because run the slideshow from the beginning.
This is from the beginning. Is this visible?
No, it's not coming as because it is just coming as a
It is very, the screen is, you know, it is very, you have maximized. Yeah, now it's visible.
Okay. I think there is some technical error. I am not able to
So
share.
you press F5. Just you do one thing, just press F5.
Okay. Is this visible now?
Screen is visible, but again, you just show it from the minimized one only, means the smaller one.
Yeah, minimized version is.
This is not.
Minimized version is okay. Yeah, it is okay. It is okay.
This is all right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry for any inconveniences happen due to some technical issues. So I would just skip to my objectives, but I would like to start with a small quote. So my paper is regarding a study on individuals' perception towards blockchain technology in financial services. So with a small quote, the blockchain is a financial challenge of our time. It is going to change the way that our financial world operates. So this was a quote by Blitmasters. And a small intro on what is blockchain technology exactly. Blockchain technology is a digital platform where the data related to transactions, business assets, or any information records is stored in the forms of a block, which forms a chain-like structure, hence the name which is given. So my research objectives are: the first objective, to analyze the current role of blockchain technology used in financial services in India. And the second objective is to study the perception and awareness levels of the general public on blockchain technology and its usage in financial services. And third objective is to compare the levels of awareness of the general public on the basis of gender. So moving on.
Why on the basis of gender?
I was curious as to why, like, on the basis of gender, I would want to know if females are more aware or if males are more aware. It was just a
What purpose will it fulfill?
It will fulfill that in general public, even if it's basis of gender, but we want to know how many males are aware or how many females are aware.
Why?
As to increase the awareness regarding blockchain technology in India. So I had 120 respondents. My research methodology, the current research which uses exploratory research design, and the study uses primary data collection method as a major resource, and it is also supported by secondary data. As a part of primary data collection, a structured questionnaire was designed and administered to the general public across various different age groups, and it was utilized convenience sampling method. A sample size of 120 respondents was considered for this. So moving on to the objective one, which was to analyze the current role of blockchain technology in financial services in India, as to if there were projects taken up before in India or by the government. So after
current role, you can skip it. Current role can be done with the help of a literature review which you have.
All right. Okay.
Just come up further.
So coming to the objective two, individuals' perception and awareness levels towards blockchain and financial services. Including demographic details, there were 21 questions in the questionnaire, and there were 16 questions based on the blockchain perceptions and the awareness levels, which I wanted to know through my questionnaire. So from the data analysis which was done, I found out that majority of the respondents were aware of blockchain technology and also regarding its usage in financial services. the respondents were also majority of them when I looked at the questions and the after.
Shivangi, who were your respondents?
My
Your classmates?
respondents, no, I will tell you the whole thing. So my respondents, I'll just have a pie chart thing. Okay. So my respondents, most of them were undergraduate students from the age group, which was mostly 18 to 25. And I also had people who were postgraduate students, also job professionals and PhDs.
Undergraduates from which age group?
18 to 25 was the major age
Okay.
group which responded, and the undergraduates percentage is 56.67%.
No, this is who have responded. Who were the part of your sampling frame? What is the sampling frame of it?
My
Or what is your
sampling.
population? First, define your population.
Okay, so basically it was the general public. So I was able to circulate questionnaire through my classmates as well as the students who study at my college, and also to the job professionals whom I have known. So it was basically
General public means what? A general public includes a person who is a beggar, and a person who is means multi-billionaire as a Ambani.
No, a
General public is that.
Okay. Well, general public in my case, I've taken various age groups. So basically, they were undergraduate students, postgraduates, and
Here you have to define
okay,
that you cannot say it is general public, first of all.
all right.
So
Got that point.
the people from whom you have got filled your questionnaire is not a general public. That's why I asked you specifically, were they your classmates or were they your schoolmates or college mates?
Many of them, according to the pie chart which I have, many of them were my classmates, but there were also many faculties who have responded, as well as the people who are working or in jobs, and there were even professionals and PhD scholars who responded to the questionnaire.
Yeah. So what happens is that when we are talking about investments, right? I think your questionnaire is about investments also. Those who are investing. Then why you want to understand and know the awareness about blockchain?
Actually, awareness about blockchain, because if blockchain is supposed to be regularized in financial sector, the normal services which we use, the digital banking and all, if it were to be integrated. So I wanted to know if people are aware
So
of
when it will be integrated, no? When it will be integrated,
No, it is an
will not
ongoing
only be
process.
integrated.
It's
Listen.
an ongoing process.
When it will be integrated, it will be implemented. It will not be implemented only on your schoolmates or classmates.
No,
It will be done at the entire India level.
Yeah, that's why I had
Then the
people
respondents which you have taken, the small respondents which you have taken will not replicate anything.
But yes, your point is
Anyways,
also
chalo, you
correct.
just conclude. Yeah, you just
I
conclude.
even had
why
professional-
I'm telling you all these things, because there is a flaw in your research, which cannot have a proper replication also. You conclude now. Just come on your conclusion. The last slide.
Okay, actually, this is
Before
my
thanks.
first research paper, so it was done under faculty
that
guidance.
is okay.
Yeah, but major of them I had to do
But
it.
faculty has also not guided you properly. I'm sorry to say this. They have also not guided you properly, or rather, they also are missing the guidance. It happens. It happens.
Actually,
Because even I sometimes take guidance from somewhere. Even I ask sometimes Raviji also that sir, this is the situation, that what can be done. He is also a professor.
Yes, actually,
So
I couldn't get
so
more faculty guidance because a lot of things were going on in between and they were like really busy. So I had to do the paper, most of it on my own. So there
Okay,
might be some mistakes. Yeah. And from the study, it can be concluded that overall majority of respondents had positive perception about blockchain technology and its usage in financial services. And many respondents were actually aware of the term and application of it in financial services. And also I've come to know that there is a wide scope for this technology, which is yet to be explored, and for it to be used in the sector, risks and outcomes have to be calculated and considered as well. So also the government should also take initiatives to educate public on this technology, and a code which says risk and rewards are two sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other. So even if there were blockchain is to be implemented in financial services, there has to be a certain risk which have to be calculated, as well as there are many benefits if blockchain is to be used in the service sector. So this is what I wanted to know about from my study. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, one thing I would like to ask you, Shivangi.
Yes. Sir.
What actually is blockchain?
You
The
tell.
blockchain is a decentralized technology. Most of the technologies which are being used are under regulatory framework, or it is actually regularized by a central institution. But blockchain is actually something
This
which
is not an answer to it. This is not an answer to it. What actually blockchain does as a technology, you should answer that. It is a
Okay.
deregulated technology. You cannot say like that. Many
Okay.
things are deregulated, but they all are not blockchain.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I'll come.
First of all, you listen. First of all, you have to be very, very clear what blockchain is and what it does.
Blockchain
Okay,
is
Bitcoins.
basically
Bitcoins,
yes,
listen.
it's
Bitcoins is used. It uses the technology of blockchain.
yes, it is the backbone of cryptocurrency.
And how it is being used, you just go in depth in that first. Then
Okay.
go to the others.
So
for-
blockchain technology
It's
basically.
okay. I'm not at all taking any exam of yours at present.
No, it's
We
all
are
right.
short of time. We are
Alright.
short of time. We will just conclude over here. You need to have some in-depth knowledge of this, and then only you can do some research. Okay. All the best.
Thank
It's
you.
your first paper, second paper, I don't know. But whatever you
The
have
first paper.
attempted is a very good attempt. Okay.
Thank
And
you,
you dared actually to just come on the stage and face the audience over here. Is a big deal. All the best, Shivangi, and you have a bright future. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Shivangi.
Yes, Lida Mariam
presentation.
George.
Yeah, Dr. Aarti
She is
Chopra has
already
also joined. Sir, Dr. Aarti Chopra from Bhutan.
Okay.
So
A very
I'm
good
so
evening
happy
to all of you.
from our joint secretary,
Madam, we
Dr. Aarti
cannot see
Chopra has
you.
joined. So
Sir,
Aarti
I'm
ma'am,
really sorry.
how's everything going there?
Sir, everything is going very well. I am
We
really
miss you.
sorry.
We miss you. We are missing you. We missed you. Lida,
I
please.
am missing you more, sir. I am.
Great. Yes, ma'am.
So, sir, I am missing you more. I am missing the whole platform. I have never missed the conference like this. But
So we
actually,
want
we
to see
are.
you. Why are you not showing your face?
Sir, because we are traveling in a bus right now and it
क्या
is
हो गया? आप
totally
एक बार
dark in the bus.
So कोई बात नहीं.
on कर
We
लीजिए.
can
क्या हो
see
गया?
you also. You can
बस
show us
में.
other people also.
Yeah.
Sir, okay, sir,
Please
I'll
on
try.
your
but
camera.
Yes,
Actually,
sir, there is
everybody
no
on your
light in
camera,
the
yeah.
bus.
want to see the joint secretary of Inspira Research Association. That's what I'm telling you.
Sir, I'll try. Even if there is a little bit of light, I'll just try to do that. You carry
Madam,
on
आप
with the presentation.
अरे आरती जी आप ऑन तो कीजिए कैमरा, वैसे ही सारा का सारा आपका बस ही जगमग हो जाएगा. लाइट की कहाँ जरूरत है? आपका चेहरा ही काफी है.
We will try,
क्यों
sir.
रवि जी?
Don't worry. Okay, ma'am, आप try करिए. I will invite the next presenter. Yeah, the next presenter is Miss Lida Mariam George, MRU. Yeah, please unmute, Miss Lida. Now you can share your screen.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, please share your PPT.
Yes, sir.
Carry on, leader.
So is my screen visible?
It's coming up.
So it's visible?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your affiliation? Leader ji?
So actually, I'm a PhD scholar, budding PhD scholar. I just completed with my coursework and I am working as a faculty in Kamal Institute of Higher Education and Advanced Studies, Advanced Technology.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
the topic I would like to present is effect of corporate income tax planning approaches on financial performance of listed and private companies. It's a study based on review of literature. Moving on to the study, analyzing and evaluating financial performance is very important for the business because
And go on see, we only have the time to see the objective and your conclusion, because your entire paper is a literature review based.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So just go on the objectives, that what is the purpose of doing this literature review,
Okay,
and
sir.
finally concluded that what have you find out.
Okay,
Carry
the
on.
purpose, that is the need and relevance of the topic, is that financial growth of the company can be improved with the aspect related to tax expenses, because when the tax expense is getting reduced, automatically the financial performance of the company can be improved. But the mere performance measure is not enough as long as the company strives for the betterment. And planning and management of the tax related expenses, which helps the management and the company to grow in profitability. And the objective of the study I would like to present is that to analyze the techniques and measures of corporate tax planning used by the listed and private companies to identify most preferred corporate tax planning technique, and finally to find the most calculated measures of the financial performance. And
Great. Let us now see your conclusion. How have you concluded it?
Yes, sir. And findings and discussion is that analyze techniques and measures of corporate tax planning used based on the literature review includes expense management by the companies, deductions, exemptions, and this is measured by effective rate of tax along with other financial variables like leverage, size of the firm, capital intensity, capital structure, expenditure on research and development, and thin capitalization. Second, from among the most used measure, the most preferred methods by the company as per the literature review is the effective tax rate. Yes, sir.
Yeah, carry on, carry on.
Yes. Okay, and most calculated measures of financial performance through the reviews are return on equity. And for the financial performance, most of the companies from the literature review has used the combination of ratios. And since the ratios are combinable, the most of the preferred ratios by the companies will be return on equity and return on assets. And conclusions from the studies is that from the study, it is clear that the companies have to follow tax planning methods and strategies, not only to reduce the tax liability and the tax burden, but to improve the financial performance of the company. And effective corporate tax planning can increase the profitability and cash revenues of the company, which leads to the better financial performance and the company value. And ethical and clear tax planning practices are very important to avoid the potential and reputational risk for the companies in the future. So it is very important for a company to carefully consider all the factors which is related to tax planning and better improvement of the financial performance. Moving on to the suggestions. Financial ratio
Yeah,
of
hold on. No need for suggestions.
Yes,
Just what will be your next step after doing this review?
After doing this review. Yes, sir. Through the studies, through the literature review studies, every studies have only stopped till the financial performance. What is the need of measurement of the financial performance? But further studies are not conducted by improving the financial performance or by using by adding more measurements of the financial ratios for the financial performance. It is just a measurement of the performance, but what is next is not done by any companies. So if they do that, definitely they can improve the aspect
How
of
will you use this literature review for your further studies? Because you said you are a budding researcher.
Yes, sir.
How will you use this study? Now you just go on the slide previous to this slide itself.
That is the conclusion, sir.
Go on the 11th slide.
11 findings and discussion, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Now see, here you have identified various variables like leverage, size of the firm, capital intensity.
Yes, sir.
You can make a model using this.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So
sir.
here, while you have found out certain variables, right? So how to go for an effective tax planning?
Okay.
Or you can take a survey of the chartered accountants who are actually doing the tax planning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is one of my
You
suggestions.
can ask
Yes,
on various. Yeah. So this is how you can utilize your existing research for the further research, right?
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And in case you need any help further, you can take my number from Raviji.
Yes, yes. I will give her. So Dr. Gayatri MP, serial number 28, please unmute. Yes.
Gayatri madam, you are from Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Gayatri madam, you are from Madhya Pradesh. What? MP is
no,
what?
Sir.
MP is names.
Okay. Actually, I am from Madhya Pradesh. I thought I also found one more person from there.
What is the full form of MP, Gayatri ji?
Maratha Pratap.
Okay.
Maharana Pratap.
Maratha Pratap.
Okay. Fine.
I'm from
Carry on,
Karnataka,
please.
sir. Yeah.
Okay, it's in Karnataka. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gayatri MP, and today I'm presenting on the title Gender Diversity and Quota in the Boardrooms, A Journey Through Time. This is the
Gayatri ji, Journey
objectives.
Through Time, I think it is more or less a literature review type of paper.
No, sir, analysis. Empirical analysis
Okay.
I have done, sir.
Very good. Carry on.
Objective of this study to compare between Company Act 1956 and Company Act 2013 and to know and
Please skip
understand.
this objective.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
take this this as objective because this is very much known to everyone.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you have taken a data from 2019 to 2020. I was just go on the next slide.
Yeah, sir.
Regulatory thresholds you are talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, only frequency and mean. Oh. Carry on. I thought there will be something more interesting in this.
Okay, fine, sir. To know and understand the regulatory threshold for representation of women on board in India and as well as in other countries, and to examine the present state of gender diversity on boards of Nifty 500 companies. So the sample size is Nifty 500 companies, and the data has been taken from 19 to 23, and simple statistical tools like frequency and mean has been used, and the secondary data has been collected from Prime database and institutional investor advisory services. And this is completely an empirical analysis.
Gayatri, what is empirical analysis? What is empirical?
Where we have evidence to prove something through analysis.
But the evidence should be collected through a primary source. The source, all the source you have taken is a secondary one.
Yeah, sir. Secondary data.
So it's not an empirical paper. It's a mathematical paper, but not empirical one.
Empirical. Okay, fine. Thank you.
While you have taken the evidences yourself, no?
Yes.
Have you got some questionnaires filled from some of the experts?
No, sir. No, sir. Completely secondary data.
Then this is a completely secondary data cannot be empirical data at all.
Fine, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So when we look into the regulatory threshold of other country, Norway was the first country to have 40% of quota, which was introduced in 2003, and later again some other countries also have followed. After 10 years, India has come with the provision that at least one woman has to be in the board. So there is no mandatory quota for some countries like US, UK, China, and Japan. And today, if we see to the present statistical figures there, France is in the lead there, though Norway has come first. France is in the lead with 44.6% of women on the board. And this is the data which I have collected from the Prime database there. And women directors count, if you look into the figures there, so there is an improvement when it comes to companies with 1 woman director, 2 woman director, or 3, 4, or 5, or 6 woman director. The figure shows that there is a slight improvement. We cannot tell that there is a large improvement or progress of women on board, but there is a progress at snail pace, we can say. So when it comes to the share of directorship held by women in Nifty 500 companies also, because 2014 I have taken here is because in 2013 the provision was made by Company Act there. Later SEBI also made this provision. So there is an improvement of 6% to 18.2% in 2023. That is the representation of women on board. And then when it comes to women and men chairmanship, women in year 22, there are only 22 women chairman when compared to men 464. And similarly in 23, 25 women are chairperson and 467 are men there. When it comes to various committees, diversity in committees, there so many committees are there in the organization. So totally 442 women represent the committees and 2,518 men represent the committees. And when it comes to age of the directors, with this we can say that there is no criteria for appointment, retirement or getting appointed as director on the board, because the oldest woman director is 87. When it comes to male, it is 94, and median average is 57 and 61 for male. And youngest woman director to come on the board is 28, and when it comes to men, it is 25. And these are the companies which does not have a single woman director, and all the companies are public.
So Gayatri, what do you want to say that the companies which are having women directors are doing good or not?
It is not about the performance, sir. It is about the balance of boardroom, sir.
No,
the balance
that is
of boardroom.
Okay, but what we will out of the balance of the board, when it doesn't talks about anything about the performance, means may it be whatsoever balance, if it is not at all related with the performance, it is of no use. And secondly, one more thing, Gayatri, what do you think that the companies which are family business run companies, how have they appointed women directors? Because it is a mandate. You know, it is a mandate now. That you have to appoint a women director after having certain threshold.
Yeah, sir. That
right?
is my first.
So now after
yeah.
After having that threshold, you know how the appointment of women directors. I'm a company secretary by profession.
Okay,
You know how
sir,
the how the women directors are being appointed. You know, they are appointed as a dummy one. Everything is taken care of by them by the male members only. Those who are having their own the old legacy of being in the directorship.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the reality of our country. This is the reality of our country.
True, sir.
Even if there are women directors on the board, you cannot say whether they are significantly contributing towards the performance or not.
Yeah, sir. Majority of the companies.
That's why even if we do any survey, if we do anything, it will not give us a proper conclusion whether being women on the board is actually contributing to the performance of, particularly in India.
Yeah, sir. No, that's what, sir.
This
There
is
is a
actually
glass
the-
ceiling still existing in India.
You're very
Glass
correct.
ceiling still exists in India. And when we look into the number, no, sir, majority of the women are from their family-founded business only. That is one thing, and
Yes.
I can also say
And
it is a tokenism, sir.
most of the companies are family owned only. They have now taken the shape of the corporates. Right.
Yeah, sir.
So the lucrative picture, so called, which is being shown to everyone, is not actually the real one.
True,
So
sir. True.
doing research, particularly on the board diversity in India, is useless. I would say. Because until and unless we have a transparency and clarity in it, if we will not come to a proper conclusion. And secondly, one more thing, because I have been working on the same topics on which you are presenting. That's why I came to such a conclusion that this is of no use at all, particularly. But yes, you have done a very good effort. But yeah, from here where you have told that what is the the actual diversity of board and how it actually will take us up is itself a good, you can say, igniting thing which can be taken up. Right. So congratulations for this paper and all the best. So
Thank you,
time
sir.
is also over, but you have presented well. The data, the way you have presented the data is really good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Gayatri. Raviji, how many more presentations? I think Ratna Kumarji is waiting since very long.
Serial number 29, Janki Mapara, research scholar from Baroda. Yeah, please
Okay.
unmute. It's Janki Mapara.
You are giving first chance to Janki ji or Ratna ji?
No, sir, I am giving chance according to the serial number. Yes, Janki ji.
So very good evening to one and all present here. I, Janki Mapara, from the Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda, presenting my paper on solvency analysis of a public sector banks in India using modified Altman Z-score. Due to the time constraint, I am not saying much more on the introduction, but I just wanted to say that Altman Z-score model is basically the person, the Altman has made for the manufacturing company. Later on, he has revised his model for the privately held manufacturing companies, and lastly, he also modified the second time his model for the manufacturing as well as the non-manufacturing company. And as we are knowing that banking comes under the non-manufacturing country, that's why I have used the word modified Altman Z-score, that is the Altman Z double D score
Janki,
model.
but one more thing. It is not only non-manufacturing, it is a service sector. So a due care has to be taken while applying Altman Z-score model. Rather, I would say for analyzing the bankruptcy position, you can rather use Kamal's model.
Yes, sir. It's there. The Kamal model is also there. The Eagle model is also there. But for the particular, only for the purpose of this conference and for this research paper, I have taken the modified ultimate Z-score.
Okay, carry on. Carry on, please. Just because this is what the objective also is. Skip the literature review because you will be talking more on ultimate Z-score only. So fine, because I could understand the objectives also, but at least you can read it out for the purpose of other participants. Carry on.
Okay. There are the two objectives. The first one is to examine the solvency of the selected sample banks using the modified Altman Z-score model. And second, to predict the possible future failure for the sample banks using the modified Altman Z-score model. Coming to the research methodology, I have used my presentation is purely based on the secondary data and the period of the study consisting from the 5 years starting from the 2017-18 to 2021-22. The population of the study is at 12 public sector banks as on 31st March 2022. So out of the 12 public sector banks, on the basis of advances, I have selected top 5 banks which are the highest in the basis of the advances. And
why you have taken advances only?
Because that is the main thing in the business, the disbursement and the advances. So that is the only way I have taken the advances here for the selection.
No. You have taken a correct thing. Advances are the good things to be selected, but this is not a correct answer. What you should answer, I will tell you. You should answer that more advances lead to more bankruptcy. If I will give more advances, I am more exposed to the risk of bankruptcy, na?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, that's
so your
true.
answer should be like this. Yeah. So your answer should be like this, that I have selected these banks on the basis of the advances because there is high risk of bankruptcy and I'm studying bankruptcy only. That's why I have taken this. Okay, Janki?
Sure. Yeah.
No, if you're not convinced, then you can argue upon. No
That's
issues.
actually basically when me and my guide was sitting. So we have taken these advances by talking only on this topic that we are talking about this.
But just write it that there is high risk. Yeah, there is
Yes.
high risk of bankruptcy and I'm studying bankruptcy. That's why I have taken the banks on the basis of the bankruptcy. Okay. So
yeah,
right,
sure.
it will look more relevant rather. Okay.
True.
Yeah, carry on. Carry on.
Hypothesis, the null hypothesis the Z double day score model of the selected public sector banks. And the alternative hypothesis is also framed. For the analysis, the formula of the Z-score double dash score will be given. In the earlier, when the original ultimate Z-score was there are the 5 elements. The 5th element is sales. And as the banking is the service sector, so sales is not there. So that's why he has revised his model. And here there are the 4 elements. The first one, that is the X1, consisting of working capital to total asset. Second one is retained earning to the total asset. Third one is earning before interest and taxes to the total assets. And fourth one is book value of equity to the total asset. Sorry, total
please
liabilities.
conclude now. Janki, just come on the conclusion. What have you found out?
Okay. Here are the value of the all that. Here is the Z double Z score would be measured. Now, as you can see, the BOB, that is the Bank of Baroda, is having in the distress zone because their value are not increasing 0.1.1. That is the limit of the ultimate Z double dash score. So we can say that gradually the Z score is decreasing, but on an average it will be 0.90 to somehow near about 1.1. But there are needs to be take the necessary steps. Coming to the Bank of India, except 2019-20 and 21-22, we can say that the bank is in the gray zone. So there are the less probability of the bankruptcy. In case of a Canara Bank also, the bank is in the distress zone and later on it will be moved to the gray zone. So there is a less probability of the bankruptcy. Coming to the PNB Bank, during the starting period, it will be in the gray zone and then after it will be converted to the distress zone. But on an average, it will be coming in the gray zone. So there is a less chances of the bankruptcy. In the SBI, it will be in the distress zone, but as we can see that the score will be improving year by year. So there is a chances that maybe SBI will be perform well and that will not leads to the bankruptcy. And I have tested the hypothesis using the descriptive statistic using the 5% significance level. So at the 95% confidence level, all the banks are having that p value that is the more than 0.05. The null hypothesis is accepted. In the conclude, I can say that the almost all the banks are performing satisfactory, so the solvency will be good. But in case of a Bank of Baroda and the State Bank of India, there is a high chances of the bankruptcy. But
what is your suggestion out of it? Because this all we have studied and the conclusion we can draw out. What do you suggest? I, being a person who has invested or who is having some money in Bank of Baroda, should I withdraw it?
no, you cannot withdraw it because this is the only one way of a perspective we are looking, because there are a lot many things has affected the banking, that is during the COVID there is a demonetization also, there are mergers
Okay, should I
also.
should I sell off the shares now?
No need to do that because this is the working showing only
So
for the
why
last
I
one.
am just invoking? I just want to invoke that how your research is helpful for a general public. What will be your
Okay, so by looking into that, they are able to see that Bank of Baroda and State Bank of India might be having some sort of a problem, but this study is only for the 5 years. So they may have to check about the at least on an average of 10 years and what are the reasons why they are not working well. Is because everyone is knowing that all the nationalized bank and that too State Bank of India is doing very well, and everyone is having trust in that because that is the nationalized bank. But why their financial performance or their annual reports are not showing in that way, so they have to look into along with too many matters also, not only basis of the ultimate Z score. You can take only this decision that whether you have to put the invest on that or you have to withdraw from that stock or in that way.
Thank you so much, Ms. Janki ji. Thank you for
Thank
the
you, sir.
wonderful presentation. Yeah, thank you. So the next presenter is Shobha N. Yes, Shobha N, please unmute. Serial number 25. Shobha. After this, Ratna Kumari ji. After this, Shobha, please unmute. Shobha N, please unmute. You have written in the chat box also that you want to give the presentation.
Yeah.
Yes. Please unmute again. You are muted again. Yes. Oh, I think there is some problem at your end. Again and again, you are muted yourself. Please unmute.
Now I unmuted, sir.
No, but you again muted. Now you are unmuted.
Now, sir?
Please switch on your video. Now you again muted yourself. Please unmute. Shobha N.
Am I audible?
You are audible, but why are you doing muting yourself again and again?
No, sir. Actually, here electricity problem, sir. Power has gone, sir.
So power, sir. Serial number 25, Shobha N, assistant professor from GFGC, Annigiri.
GFGC, Annigiri, sir. Sure.
Yeah, you can start, please. You have 4
Yeah,
minutes.
sir. Just a minute, sir. Hello?
Yes, please start. It is visible.
Visible, sir?
No, now it's not visible. Earlier it was visible.
Now it's visible, sir?
Yeah, it's visible now. Please start.
Yeah. Sir, good evening, sir. Myself, Shobha, from Department of Commerce, Government College, Annigiri, sir, from Karnataka, I am speaking.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, you continue.
My topic is entrepreneurial leadership transforming organizations in the 21st century. The main objective of the study is to know how entrepreneurial leadership differ from the traditional point of view and how it helps to develop team spirit and to adapt changes and to make strategic decisions to reach the main goal, that is wealth maximization or profit maximization. For this particular study, I have taken the sample, that is I have taken the research methodology by collecting primary data. The primary data I have collected samples from 50 entrepreneurs here, sir, and I have collected data from 50 entrepreneurs on the basis of the demography, on the basis of type of entrepreneurial leadership, key characteristics like creativity, resilience, proactiveness, decision making, on the basis of leadership style, on the basis of traditional leadership, as well as entrepreneurial leadership and influence of organizational culture on entrepreneurial leadership, sir. And on the basis of culture innovation, and on the basis of implement of entrepreneurial leadership in practice, and on the basis of how leaders overcome resistance to change and encourage employees to embrace entrepreneurial thinking. On these points, I have collected the information by asking close-end questions, sir. So, on the basis of this, I have taken some findings, sir. The major finding from provided data is that respondents predominantly belong to age group of 25 to 54, with the highest percentage falling within the 25 to 34 range. Additionally, there is a notable gender disparity, with males comprising a significantly larger proportion of the sample compared to females. In terms of educational background, the majority of respondents hold a bachelor's degree followed by those with PU qualification. On the basis of experience, years of experience in business are the substantial presence of individuals
Madam, this is.
Yes, sir.
Please go on conclusion now. Conclude it.
Yeah, okay, sir. In conclusion, I would like to say that the importance of flexibility and situational awareness in adapting leadership style, as a suggestion would be for leaders to prioritize ongoing learning and development in these areas. This could involve seeking out training programs, workshops, or coaching sessions focused on enhancing flexibility, adaptability, and the ability to assess and respond to different situations effectively. Additionally, leaders should benefit from regularly seeking feedback from their teams and peers to gain insight into areas of improvement and opportunities to refine their leadership approach further. By continuously owning these skills, leaders can enhance their capacity to navigate diverse challenges and lead their organizations to success. Encouraging a culture of risk-taking could involve implementing initiatives such as innovation labs, pilot projects, or reward systems for experimentation and entrepreneurial behavior. Empower employees to experiment by providing resources and support, while also fostering a culture that values learning from both success and failures. Allocate resources strategically, encourage a cultural experimentation, and provide support for risk-taking initiatives to overcome challenges in implementing entrepreneurial leadership practices within organizations. Empower employees by providing training and support for a culture of initiative taking and communicating a clear vision and purpose to align efforts towards embracing entrepreneurial thinking within the organization, foster employee engagement by empowering them to take ownership of their work, providing opportunities for growth and development, and creating a supportive environment that values their contributions. That is to conclude, if we
Madam,
compare
your time
with
is
the
over. Your
traditional and
conclusion is itself
leadership.
done. We have taken your conclusion. It was too
Okay,
long.
sir.
Means conclusion should not be. You have completely read the paper, right? So please improvise your presentation. This is not a way to present a paper.
Okay,
No,
sir.
you should know what is there in the paper. When it is said you have concluded, you should just conclude in 1 or 2 lines.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Ms. P. Ratna Kumari from Chennai, please unmute.
Hello all, good evening.
Yeah,
I'm
please
going to
continue.
share my screen.
Please.
All right, so my topic is about a study on the contemporary leadership and management. So I am a research scholar at a university called Wales University from Chennai. So the objective of the study is to understand the current business and in the contemporary leadership practices in the business environment, given the situation of technological advancement, globalization, and the organization structures, and how the traditional leadership approaches are being challenged in the current emerging trends. So I've done a literature survey based on the leadership theories, the evaluation of management practices, and the impact on the leadership and management. So as we all know, the leadership theories is all about bringing the best in a leader, how he can bring out the best in the team, also bring out the best transformation for the organization. Over the years, the theories have been evolved from trait theory, contingency theory, and behavior theory to the current theories called transformational, adaptive, and servant leadership. So if you look at, it started with something called as the trait leadership, wherein the leaders were addressed based on their qualities. Then it went to behavioral leadership, where they were addressed based on their behavior to the people. And then we said that the contingency model, like a situational leadership model. But then the current leadership styles are all about transformational leadership, wherein the leader should be a kind of a stepping stone between the organization and the people in terms of transformation. And the servant leadership again has become one of the highly valid styles of leadership, wherein the people were put in first. And we also have adaptive leadership, which is one which is most popular and a most working style now, because it consists of something like emotional intelligence, the organization, justice, character, and the development of people and the organization. So you can see a paradigm shift between the traditional leadership and servant leadership now, wherein in traditional leadership, the board of directors were at the top and the employees at the bottom. But now with the current leadership, servant leadership, employees takes the first position, and again the executive people comes in the last. So as we said, in this current style of adaptive leadership, emotional intelligence plays an important role. This is to understand the emotions of our own self and about the others. So it is being coined by Goldman, so about the 5 components of EQ. So he says that first we have to understand our emotions, which is called a self-awareness, and then through which you can understand the emotions of other, which is social awareness, and then we can regulate our own emotion through self-management, and then we'll be able to understand or build a better relationship using social skills. So using this emotional intelligence and adaptive style of leadership, we can see a positive work environment, and we can see enhanced communication, better conflict resolution, and also an effective change management. So these are the key elements or key findings of using this contemporary style of leadership, which is called as adaptive. which is kind of flexible, and it also increases a lot of technological proficiency as a leader. How we introduce new tools for in the digital transformation era, how the team is getting used to all this AI or machine learning, all the new technologies, and inclusivity and diversity is also one of the major role in this current
So,
sector.
Ratnaji, please conclude now. What is your conclusion?
So my conclusion is the challenges. This is the challenges we see: the technological disruption, the workforce, and the globalization and employee retention. And using this technological proficiency, emotional intelligence, and adaptive style of leadership, and also being more agile in the work environment will be more suitable in the current style of leadership. So that is my last findings, sir.
I would like to ask you one question. What type of leadership style will be beneficial or will work in case of married life?
Okay, so it is something called as both the ends can take servant leadership. So we can always put the other person first. So in that way, the relationship will be better.
Excellent answer. Great. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Ratna Kumari.
So finally, lastly, Yuvika ji is there.
Yes, Yuvika ji, please unmute.
So Yuvika was the first face. I thought she will be presenting first.
Yeah,
while we
she is from
started.
ICFAI University, Himachal Pradesh.
Okay, from Himachal Pradesh. Great. Yeah.
Yes, Yuvika ji.
Yes, sir. So
Please.
just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Be precise, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yuvika?
Yes, sir. Definitely. Okay. Okay, respected Dr. Manvinder sir and Dr. R.K. Modi sir, a very good evening to all of you, all the presenters present here. My topic of presentation is achieving superior performance, the role of artificial intelligence in modern HRM. And my co-author is Dr. Nisha Chandna, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Management Studies, ICFAI University, HP. So when we talk about the artificial intelligence and the amalgamation of artificial intelligence and human resource management, there are different opportunities to boost the organizational effectiveness. So what are these opportunities?
Only objectives and conclusion. Only objectives and
only conclusion, sir.
Only objectives and conclusion we will be talking about. Yes.
So these are the objectives of my study: to explore the conceptual foundations of artificial intelligence-driven performance management in HRM, to evaluate the impact of artificial adoption on organizational effectiveness in HRM through a comprehensive study, and to examine the ethical considerations of artificial intelligence in HRM. So extensive literature reviews being done to explore the existing studies, academic papers, secondary data is being used here, and reviews being done on the studies connecting organizational behavior, information systems, and strategic management together with artificial intelligence. Now, how the conceptual foundation is connecting with the artificial driven performance management. It is connected with 3 parts: organizational behavior, the very first thing that is very much important for any organization; information system, that highlights the processing, analyzing, and interpreting the large amount of data; and third one is strategic management. Now, these are the areas of artificial intelligence that impacts the performance management. As we can just see: learning and development, robust data analytics, easy communication.
How will you conclude?
So coming to the ethical considerations, these are the ethical considerations and which are just coming in the way of artificial intelligence, how we can just implement them. Coming to the conclusion, it's very important to how we have to just embrace the artificial intelligence in our organization. So what it can be done? It can be done with the we can begin with the small pilot projects. We can just encourage a culture of innovation apart from all the factors which we have studied, which we have just gone through. human-centric artificial intelligence can be adopted. We can just involve all the stakeholders that are connected with our organization from the early stages. And with these efforts, the organizations can position themselves at the forefront of innovation. And again, when we talk about the future implications, we can just conduct the future comparative longitudinal studies connecting the drivers of artificial intelligence, all the factors of human resource management in different areas, in different sectors. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Yuvika ji, for your presentation. This is a very important and a very relevant topic you have taken for your research. That is integration of AI with the HRM.
Yes.
Nowadays, even while taking the interview with the help of AI, you can understand and know that who is the person who is going to be with you for a longer period of time.
Very true, sir. Very true, sir.
So this is a prediction which can easily be done. So
It can
just imagine the future.
Yes,
But at
sir.
the same time, there are certain ethical concerns. While even I was delivering at the beginning of this session, and even the same thing was told by Professor Karanjit Singh also, that we have to be concerned about the ethical, you can say, ethical aspect of the artificial intelligence. That is again one very, very important thing which we have to consider and we have to be with it. Anyways, thank you so much and all the best for your future research.
Thank you so much.
One input while you have presented your first slide. Are you both assistant professors in ICFI University?
Yes, sir. We both are assistant
You
professors.
and your guide?
Dr. Nisha Channa.
Okay.
And she's our head of the department also.
So you are working
with ICFI University, Himachal Pradesh.
I think she's doing her PhD from there.
No, sir. I'm working as an assistant professor at ICFI University, and I'm pursuing my PhD from Punjabi University, Patiala, and my thesis is submitted.
Great.
Right. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, but who is your guide?
Sir, Dr. Shivinder Fulka, ma'am.
Who is your guide, by the way?
Sir, Dr. Shivinder Fulka, ma'am.
Okay, but this paper is being...
This
okay,
paper
but
is,
this paper is being co-authored by both of you who are...
my colleague, sir.
Why I'm saying so is, please, while you are mentioning it in your... Yeah. Anyways, but please mention two things separately. Both of them, both of you are over there. Don't mention it at one thing. It is looking like as if you are doing your PhD under her guidance and she is your guide and you are writing assistant professor work. So it actually tells a different story.
Yes, sir. We both are assistant professors here in my...
That is okay. Please mention it separately. That's what I am saying. Mention it separately.
She's not my guide. She's
you have
not
just
my
mentioned
guide.
in one time.
Right, sir.
That's what it seems like. That's what the thing is. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, Raviji. Yeah. Any other participants remaining?
Thank you so much, sir. Professor Pava, I think we have done all the presentations. If anybody is still left, they can write in the chat box or they can switch on the video. I will still invite. So I think we have done the presentations. And all the presentations were, as usual, very, very, very nice, very, very wonderful. And please, before I invite Professor Pava for his final chairperson remarks, I request you all to please keep your video on so that we can take some screenshots. Professor Pava, sir, in a short, with your short note, please give your chairperson's remark.
Short. Surely. It is indeed a pleasure for me to just be a part of this conference, and the presentations today were very much up to the mark, and it actually syncs with the theme of the conference itself, specifically those which were related to AI and the recent trends in commerce and management, which is the topic on which we have taken. We keep on doing conferences, particularly more recent, and I can just I can say vouch for one trend that every conference of Inspira is actually bringing the more and more recent things which are going on in the market. So if somebody wants to do a research, particularly on the recent trends, can actually go through all the proceedings of our conferences and can actually draw a timeline that how the trends have evolved in the last 4-5 years, that can easily be taken up with the help of the proceedings of the conferences. Really very good. and excellent presentation by everyone. But yes, there were some shortcomings, and it seems that because most of the people, they are using the traditional in order to conclude their things or in order to analyze the things, but couldn't find anyways. But yes, there is still a lack of lot of you can say basic knowledge even for the presenters, those who are budding presenters, and from last 3-4 years, a lot of presenters have now evolved, and you can do a workshop particularly for the benefit of all those. So that can for sure definitely help out, and means with blessings of honorable respected Professor S.S. Modi, sir, this conference I would say is again a super hit work. Though we are missing Arti, she is in Bhutan, but I hope and I suppose she is now just see her the instinct for the conference that she called from there itself. It's really good. It shows that she is having that heart connected with you and all of the conference. Great. It was a great show rather. Tomorrow there is again another session which will be there before we conclude for this particular thing. I think there are 19 participants, but nobody is ready to switch on the video, guys. Raviji?
They are tired, sir. I think.
So either they are tired or they are not there at all.
No, they are
just So this is sometimes you can say, yeah, Janki has just not switched on the video. Ratnaji was on since I think the conference has started.
Mr. Oscar Diatade is
Oscar Ji also has, yeah, of course. Jayesh Pandya is having a dark video. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, anyways, so let's conclude it with the blessings of SS Modi, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, thank you so much, Professor Pava, sir. Once again, on behalf of the organizers, the Borderman, the Kamal Institute, and the Inspira, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone who made the day one of International Conference a grand success. Today's session of the conference has definitely proven to be a considerable step in an effort to put ourselves in a global forefront of innovation. We are honored to have the presence of some of the most esteemed personalities, Professor Karamjit Singh on inaugural day, the chief guest of inaugural day of the conference. He has been a backbone of inspiration for us, and his presence has greatly encouraged us to do even better. So thank you, Professor Karamjit, for gracing us with your esteemed presence. We express our heartfelt gratitude to our own one and only, the great academician, the chairperson, Professor Manvendra Singh Pava, sir, from Dr. Hari Singh Gaud Vishwavidyalaya, a central university from Madhya Pradesh, for today's session, for his valuable contribution in running the conference proceedings smoothly. Your valuable inputs and guidance have helped us to organize such a successful event. So thank you so much, sir, for being with us once again. Our keynote speakers on today's technical session, Mr. Dhananjay Tripathi, Dr. Nicolina, Mr. Sudhir Gaurier, who have shared their research and expertise, which have enriched the conference discussion and deliberation. Their contribution will inspire further research and future research works and motivate us to keep looking for innovative, sustainable practices. So we thank our keynote speakers for their invaluable contributions to the conference. We would like to express our deepest regards to patrons, Mr. S.K. Sood, Dr. S.S. Modi, Dr. Ved Tandon, for permitting this collaboration. Your belief in our vision and willingness has been instrumental in facilitating the smooth running of the conference. We would especially like to mention conference organizing directors, Dr. Anil Mehta and Dr. Anudeep Arora, for their enthusiasm and effective leadership. Also, I wish to thank conference organizing secretaries and joint conference organizing secretaries and all the members of organizing committees for their tireless efforts and dedication in making this conference a grand success. The active participation of all the participants was critical in making the today's session successful. The time, effort, and interest of the paper presenters were instrumental in creating an environment of collaboration and knowledge sharing. We are grateful for your presence and for making this conference vibrant and informative. So let's take the learnings and knowledge from the conference to implement innovative practices in different domains of research and live by them for a better world. So we shall meet tomorrow at the same time, 4:30 p.m. for the second day session on multidisciplinary research in social sciences and environmental sustainability. And we will announce the best paper presentation awards for tomorrow's in the valedictory session. So good night and have a nice day. Thank you, Pava sir, once again. Thank you all the participants. Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good night, all of you.